Look who decided to show up. Right at the buzzer.
The sunny skies.
Sunny skies. And dude, look who showed up before Sunny.
Oh.
Remember we were talking about him before. Like, oh, where's he been?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Sweet and sour cow vagina.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about.
Yeah.
That one I was just like, all right.
Huh.
That's haven't seen you in 6 years. That's what you show up with.
Still playing these games, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, all right.
Huh.
See you 6 years from now.
All right. Still on that tip.
I'm gonna head out.
Right. Yeah. All right.
Oh.
I took a nap before this, dude.
Dude, the first 30 minutes of waking up from a nap is like, why couldn't that have been 8 hours?
Yeah. Why couldn't that have been forever?
It's the worst feeling.
It's like, it'd be like you're in the cold snow and someone like lets you in a warm house for like 2 minutes and then kicks you back out. You're like, I just got in. I just took my shoes off.
Taking a nap is when your hands are frozen and then you put hot water on them, and it's like, this stings. Like it like needly stings. I don't get it.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, I haven't woken up from a nap in years and was like, oh, just what I needed.
Yeah. I woke up like, you know, when like they do in shows where the camera's like looking at your face and it's all like spinning around the room. That's like, I was just like scrambling. Immediately got in the shower, just tried to like wash it off.
What time did you wake up?
Like 7.
What? We're podcasting at 6 right now. What are you doing?
What
are you doing?
I thought you meant what time do you wake up today? Like in the morning?
No,
7?
I memeant the other thing that we've been talking about for the past 2 minutes.
Oh, the nap.
Yes.
I don't know, like 45 minutes ago.
You're just
maybe
you're
35.
You're a jellyfish, dude. You just go with the current. You know, you got nothing going on. You wake up, you go where the wind blows you, and you go back to sleep.
Because I took a nap. I wasn't feeling.
No, the fact that you didn't
can't take a nap.
The fact that it's like, well, like the answer you gave me of, I don't know, like as if like that was some obscene question I asked you.
No, I'm not sure. I didn't time it. Like,
I never said how long. I said, what time did you wake up?
Yeah,
from
but
nap?
I didn't look right at my phone. I kind of like did the thing I said where I like stumbled around and I got in the shower
and hoped that you weren't going to be late to this.
Yeah, I don't know. It could have been fucking 8 hours ago. I don't know when I woke up. Sorry, I'll keep better notes next time.
Yeah, keep tabs next time. Keep some tabs.
Yeah. I didn't know I was getting cross-examined.
You gotta know these things.
Yeah, sunny skies, huh?
Sunny skies, still kicking.
Still black, huh?
Still black.
Alright, expected to laugh or something. Alright.
What am I supposed to do with that?
I didn't know you were dating her.
What was I supposed to do?
Calls her Suge Knight. I can't call her black. What are we doing?
Oh my god, dude! I still, to this day, like I never see. You know, like when you see a face go from happy to just not sad, but like to see a smile go away is a really deflating feeling.
Yeah, might as well have like flicked her flowers and
killed her cat.
Thrown her cake on the ground. Is that a fig tree?
In the picture?
Yeah.
I don't know what a fig tree looks like.
That looks like a fig tree. It looks like that.
It looks like that. It looks like that. I don't know.
It looks exactly like that.
You want me to ask her?
No.
Oh, all right. Never mind then.
What's she doing?
Apparently she's taking a photo of her cat in a fig tree.
How does she know when you're on?
You know that's a self-portrait. You know she did a paint and sip, but that's what that photo is right there.
A paint. Oh yeah, I know.
Second date.
What'd you say? Paint and simp
Paint and sip.
and sip. Oh, like wine. Paint
Yeah.
and sip.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a cat named Marmalade.
Yes.
Yes. That's how'd she know you're on?
I don't know. I mean, maybe she has
Like how did she just text you?
well, you know, it's a Discord
Oh,
message.
because you messaged first.
No, not true. I think it's more.
What do you mean not true? Yeah, it is.
I didn't message her first though.
But you did message in the chat.
But how would that?
So maybe she's in the chat, so she gets a notification.
Oh, in the general. Oh, like she'll get
Because that's how Discord works.
one of
I
the-
turn them off.
Hey,
but
relax
maybe
there, buddy. I don't know how that works because I don't know how Discord works.
Relax. What?
You relax.
Relax. What?
I said, relax. You're not that guy, pal.
Yeah. What?
By the way.
What?
I mean,
Here,
I log on to
Here
Discord.
come the water.
No. I'm getting this out. I log into Discord and immediately get bombarded with Discord official updates the server.
Oh, it's unreal.
It's like, dude, if you've been on thin ice for years, Discord. Like, how many times are you gonna call this household till you realize, yeah, I don't think they're gonna buy what we're selling.
Yeah.
I ain't picking up.
Every time I get on, they're trying to hawk something at me, and every time I just click out of it, and then they try to change something. They try to say, "Hey, just so you know, we rewired your mic, so you got to choose it again." It's like, why can't you just leave me alone, Discord?
You know what Discord is? Discord is, you ever have a pair of shoes where you tie them once and that's it? Like you slide them on and off all the time? Discord
Every shoe, yes.
Yeah, well, Discord for some reason every 2 months decides to come into your household and untie all your fucking shoes. It's like, bro, I'm just going to tie them back up again. I'm going to walk out the fucking door. I'm not getting new shoes. I'm not getting updates to these fucking shoes.
That's a perfect analogy. That really is.
It's insane.
I know that guy. That's me.
Yeah.
I love that you tie it at the perfect tightness so you can slip it on and off,
It's the best. They're not too tight. They don't fall off. You make sure it's really tight, though, the knot, so they never untie again.
To think there's actually people out there who will tie their shoes every time,
That is, imagine that.
That's insane.
Bonkers. Like, no one walks out
Bonkers.
barefoot. So that means there's that you walk by them every day. People who tie their shoes and they actually come home after walking
And untie their shoes.
It's insane.
They actually bend over.
they actually go, oh, hold on a second.
They sit down. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh. They have a conversation like, yeah, no, today went all right. Yeah. No, I saw him. Yeah, he's doing all right. His wife just got out of the hospital, and then they put their shoes away. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is kind of wild.
Crazy.
I couldn't be me.
Dude, you know how many times I've told myself this fantasy, like one day I'm gonna just get all slides. I'm gonna just get slip-on shoes.
Oh yeah.
No laces. I'm gonna be that guy. Haven't done it yet.
In a perfect world.
But I fantasize of doing it all the time.
Yeah, I'm not gay, but I have, like you said, I've fantasized, in a perfect world.
I'm not gay. You know that.
And but my work shoes, they're like they're trail hiking runner shoes, and
This is a private establishment.
they have
Sorry.
they have like, I don't know how, I can't describe what they are to you, but it's like this little zip tie thing.
Do you got the little
It's the
shoes with
greatest
the
invention.
toes? You got the toe shoes?
You know what I mean, though?
The toe? You talking about the toe shoes?
No, it like you tie it.
Huh?
Like it's like a zip tie. It's like this little notch that you just go zip, and then you put your feet in, and then you go zip.
Can you send me a picture?
Yeah, it's hard to, if once you see them, you'll know why I'm struggling to describe them correctly, because it's hard to. I've never seen them until I got these shoes. But no, they're not toesies. That'd be crazy. I almost did get those a few years ago, but then I was like, I'm not I'm not taking the chance on these because I might hate them.
You know what? One of my favorite kind of shoes are aqua socks. But I guess
We'll get back to that. Hold on. I don't have the bandwidth for that yet. I gotta charge up my argument before we
put a pin in that.
Yeah.
That should have been arguable. Aqua socks versus flip flops.
We've done it.
I think we have done that. You're right.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see when we've done that.
That's the only reason why, because I didn't know what they were until
I had to call them water shoes, and then you were like, "Oh, oh, I know. Oh, you're one of those."
Now, see, I'm finding it.
Yeah, sandals versus flip flops versus aquas. Ooh, one of our mid-tier episodes. I like that.
Now I'm finding it, but in the pictures it doesn't show.
Well, how do you pronounce it? What kind of shoe is it?
It's a Solomon.
What?
Speed cross.
No, hold on. How do you spell that? You're out of your mind.
It's a S-A-L.
S-A-L. I would have been O-L already.
O-M-O-N. Solomon.
O-M? Like as in mom or N?
Yeah, both. The M first and the N.
Solomon?
Yeah, Solomon Speed Cross 6 Gore-Tex.
I mean, yeah.
It's the exact shoe.
Here are the photos. But Speed Cross 6 Vortex.
Gore-Tex. Gore-Tex.
Oh, it's so cool, man. So cool.
I don't think it's meant to be cool. I think it's something, but I don't know what it means. I've never heard of it until it's like whatever.
So you're telling me like basically these laces are already kind of like pre-laced in a way?
So that's the thing. It doesn't show it on the pictures that I'm finding, but it's like this little. You know what? I'll take a picture of it.
Nah, I really don't want to see your feet. Yep, there he goes. He's going to get a shoe. These shoes look good. They look. I can't get a gauge if these are comfortable or not. I feel like they are made of comfortable material, but might be a little too tight on my feet. Oh, yeah, no, he doesn't have to take a picture. I'm seeing. It's got those little locks. It's like when you have like one of those little backpacks or pair of like pants on the bottom where like you squeeze the plastic clip. And then you pull the elastic band, and then you unsqueeze the elastic clip to tighten it. Yeah, he doesn't. Jem, you don't have to take a picture. I found a photo. I get what you're saying. It's like those clips from a book bag or something, where you squeeze the plastic clip, you pull the elastic, and then you unsqueeze the plastic clip.
Yeah, but you barely need to squeeze it.
Yeah, but you want to know what also has that?
A backpack.
My aqua socks.
Oh yeah, aren't those the best?
Yeah, dude, that's why I
it's
fucking love them.
Shoe should have that.
And I don't have to ever unsqueeze them. I just squeeze them to the point where I'm good, and then I keep it there forever.
Well, of course.
And then I just tuck in the excess like band under like the other shoelaces, like where the tongue is.
See, I do squeeze them a little bit. I loosen it a little bit, and then I get my shoe, and then I tighten it a little bit. But barely.
Hold on. Wait a minute. You went through all this rigmarole just to go, hold on just a sec. Oh! Yeah, a little squeeze there. Let me a little squeeze there. All right, I'm ready to go and conquer the day. You still got to do that every day?
Well, because I'm using them for work.
Here it comes.
Because you're coming through the lens of like aqua
Here
socks.
come the hims and haws, the excuses and reasons.
You're coming through the things of like water.
Here we go. Here it comes. I knew it.
Let it all out.
I knew. No.
Let it all out.
All talk.
Let it out. Swing yourself tired. All right. You're coming at it from like water shoes, but I'm like, you got to think I'm working in them, dude. So they got to be pretty tight. So like they're too. I need them tight enough to where I wouldn't be able to get my feet in.
Could wear boots. You could
I used to wear boots, but they're really heavy. These things are light as a fucking feather, and they're shoes.
Buy non-heavy boots.
You can't. These things are.
You can't. Yes, you can.
I tried.
Well, you failed.
Well, because they don't exist.
They do. That's the problem.
Boots are heavy.
No,
even light ones are heavy.
You can buy light boots.
Not as light as these. The trail running shoes.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have to bend over for the boots.
What?
You wouldn't have to bend over for the boots.
Yeah, huh? You have to untie. You can't
Yes,
leave boots tied.
You can get low top boots. You don't have to get mid top or high top boots.
Yeah, it's still it's tight enough around the thing that you'd need to untie them in time, especially boots.
Just don't go around the last couple holes.
Yeah, no, but you still have to get your foot into it, which would be too tight.
It wouldn't. Have you not worn boots before?
Wait, have you not worn boots?
Oh, I beat you to the punch, so you lose.
You obviously have. I can tell by the way you're talking.
I'm sorry, but you have lost.
Boots need to be tighter than shoes.
I crossed the finish line first.
You never worked a day in your life, but
Photo
you
finish.
worn Timberlands.
I won.
He won Timberlands through his wigger phase.
Half a meter. I do have Timberlands. I like my Timberlands.
Yeah, of course you did.
Also,
that's the only boot you've ever worn, by the way. You've never worked.
That's not true. You can wear boots. You can wear Timberlands on a work site.
Yeah, those are heavy as fuck, though.
Oh, they're fucking steel tip. They're insanely heavy.
Trust me, I cracked the case. You know, I used to wear boots like an idiot.
I used to wear them like shoveling the snow and then coming inside, just boom, 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 just like caked snow on the boots, like thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna break the floor.
I've worked Tim's out in the snow before. We've all been like, I don't really have snow boots, so I guess I'll wear these.
They do look light, but they look tight. Do they make wide?
Bro, they are so fucking light.
Do they make wide like versions of it?
And they're waterproof. They are. My feet are really wide, and they're fine.
Yeah, mine are. Well, I don't know if they're really wide, but they definitely are wider than average, especially for my foot size. Yeah. I have a small foot.
I have a above average length, but they're wider than most people I know.
Are you 11?
I'm 11 and a half.
God damn, you got big. You have good sized feet.
Sometimes 12 if it's some shoes will run smaller, but my actual size is like 11.
When you get to 12,
what are yours?
What am I, dude? They're like 8.5, 9.
Oh my god!
Yeah, dude, I think
like lady feet.
They're not. They're 9s because I was wearing 8.5s for a while, and I'm like, dude, why are my feet feeling like they're getting like choke held? And I finally got a 9 wide. In my 30s, by the way, I get a 9.
Good chode feet.
I get a 9 wide in my 30s, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. I didn't know you could walk like this. It took me 30 years to get the right pair of shoes. But they're still so. I mean, 9 is still small.
9's very small for a guy.
I think 9.5 to like 11.5 or 12 is probably like regular, and then once you get to 13, it's like, you got big feet.
That's like my dad. My dad has fucking monster feet.
Let's see. What is average shoe size?
Damn, you got like Guatemalan feet.
Dude,
like thick, short.
My cousin was like, no wonder you got back problems. You're standing on those hooves over there. You're trying to balance yourself on these stilts. The average shoe size for American males is around 10.5. Oh my god, I'm so.
Yeah, yours are small. I
know. I have small. I have really small feet, dude. Except for the wide part. I think it's because they're flat, which makes them maybe appear more wide than they are, or feel more wide.
Yeah, see the feet to dick thing's a fake thing, you know.
I don't know. I got a small dick.
You know people say that. Nah, you have an above average dick. I have an average dick, so it doesn't make sense. We should be swapped. No, you told me. We should be swapped.
No, you told me. I could have been lying.
I glanced. You could have been.
I could have been.
I don't know, you know.
We swapped dicks. How are your balls? How's your sack ratio?
My sack. It's uneventful enough that I've never like even considered what the size difference. I think it's probably average.
It's like a mole that you have, but it doesn't freak anyone out, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, I didn't know you had a mole. It's like, yeah, it's back there. It's right over there.
Yeah. I just know it's tight sometimes, you know?
I was watching porn today, and the woman clearly, like, it was like MILF porn, and she clearly had like, face maybe lift. Lips injected all the way to the brim, fake tits, right?
What are we doing?
Right? And dude, she had this big, like, fucking Skittle, double-sized Skittle type mole on her neck. And I'm like, hey, Susie, all that work and you couldn't get this mole removed. What are we doing here?
It gives me character. My mother said shit was my mark of. It's like, shut up, get rid of. I know, I hate shit like that.
Which, dude, you got it, whatever. But like to get all that work done and be like, hey, maybe work on this thing that's a little benign.
Yeah, I know. You got lip fillers and you got a fucking.
And it wasn't like it was on her neck.
Yeah, that's weird.
What are we doing?
My doctor said it's benign. Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
I like how you're giving her this 48-year-old smoker voice.
Well, she's a porn star MILF. That's what it has to be, right?
No, she was like Swedish or Romanian. So like she had the like that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And you know they always do. It's like, what are you, about to huck a loogie or are you about to come? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Yeah.
But you're just in like that dog mode where you're just like, yeah.
It's like you're trying to suck like one of the bubbles from boba tea through the straw. It's like it ain't coming out. Just give up. It's like, dude.
I've never seen a foot that nice. Look at that. I'm gonna bookmark this.
No matter what plastic surgery you get, you see the bottom of a 40-something-year-old's foot. It's seen the world, dude. It's seen the world.
Yeah, literally.
It's like Mount Vesuvius.
Yeah. Nasty. Oh, I hate old people. How old? Like 41?
Oh, I don't know how old she was.
You ever seen like I don't know, I think we're getting older.
That mole was fucking 50, man. That shit was fucking...
That mole was numb, dude.
That mole was like 106.
Yeah. That mole saw combat. Dude,
that mole has flashbacks.
Yeah. Moles are travel agents.
Moles are doctor.
Yeah. I've been, I don't know if it's because we're getting older, but I've been seeing like MILF porn. And then it's like,
it's good,
it's
right?
It's like a 30-year-old. No, it's not good.
Oh, come on.
How dare you?
You're going to get into it eventually. You're going to get older.
No, but you know, it's like a 30-year-old.
It's not like just cesarean sections. Like, I mean, there's...
All right, well, so we're just going to breeze by my point. But...
Okay, I'm sorry. Say your thing. Say your piece. Say your piece.
No, I'm saying, like, have you seen recently, like, porn where it's like the chick's still too young to be a MILF, but it's like being labeled as MILF porn? Like, she's like 30.
That's
technically you could be a mom, but like that's not what it is. We all know that's not what.
No, you ever see a Venn diagram?
No.
You've never seen the Venn diagram where it's like
yeah, of course I have. Wait.
Then why'd you say no?
Because why'd you ask?
What kind of improv class is this?
Yeah, I went to
teacher. I need a new. I
went to public school. I know what a fucking Venn diagram is.
Teacher, I need a new teammate. This guy, this ain't it. All right.
He's eating the homework.
All right, so you see it in a Venn diagram, right?
Yes.
Well, you could be you can be 18 years old in one circle.
You can be a 14 and be a mom, but that's not what MILF means.
Well, I mean, if we're watching that porn regardless, I think we're all in trouble.
Yeah, no, but you know what I mean. Like, you know, it's supposed to be older than like 30.
Listen,
like, come on.
I'm not saying all MILFs are 30, but you can be a MILF and be 30. That's a fact.
I know, but what are we doing? You know,
categories
mean something.
They're in the right category though. They're not.
MILF means they look old.
They're not. You're thinking cougar.
No. You're
thinking cougar.
I'm thinking MILF. You're arguing, Dark. You know,
I'm not.
Right.
Listen,
this is crazy. you know, you've seen a video and been like,
look, all right,
that's not a MILF.
Olive branch.
Yeah.
If I put on MILF porn and I see some like pale skin, petite, like
27-year-old,
I'm gonna be like, well, this ain't the MILF. Yeah. Like that MILF ain't ripe.
Yeah.
but it still can be a MILF.
It could.
It ain't a cougar though. It ain't a cougar. It fucking
no
braces or something crazy. The braces one I never understood because like two things. One, like you get braces when you're in like middle school, which is insane to think about. And then
yeah.
Two, it's like obviously you're not in middle school. Like you're you're an adult. This is a porn video. It hasn't been taken down yet, so I'm going to assume we're in good legal standing with my dick in my hand. But like
braces and pigtails. Like,
yeah, so like, why do you have braces in your 20s? Like, did you just get dental? Like, what are we doing?
It's like fluffy pillow. I think that's what it is. I think they get in and they have janked up teeth, and then they're just like,
I can
whatever
afford...
agent they have, like, honey, you need fucking new teeth.
Dude, why? Is there a reason why like your impressions today are stuck in 1982?
Well, because what else would a porn agent say?
Hey, sweetheart. Like, what is it?
Fucking sugar tits.
Like Ron Jeremy's directing that. Like, dude,
I got a guy for that.
I don't think porn's like this anymore.
No,
I don't think porn is a pastel shirt with like 6 buttons unbuttoned, Jewish gray hair, chest hair coming out, cigar.
No, it's some like tech bro who sells kratom on the side, like being like, hey, fucking.
That joke was funny without me knowing what kratom is, but yes, I what you. Just...
Oh, it's like God, yeah, that is an obscure reference that.
Is it a NFT or a crypto?
No, kratom's it's a drug, but it's
what? Oh, is it that pink stuff?
I don't know what it looks like, but it's like certain podcasts will like sell it, like Legion of Skanks. It's a really obscure joke. I thought maybe it was a thing you might know about or other people might, but now that you say that, yeah, no, that was no one would know.
Oh, Tootsie is the pink one. But well, wait, kratom is a drug, but they sell it. So what is it?
It's like, legal, yeah.
Is it like one of those dick pill drugs, like Hims?
No, it's like it's supposed to be like
Hims.
Feel like. Kind of like an opiate, but it's not an opiate.
Oh, like it's supposed to make you feel loose and good?
Like a narcotic type feeling, but it's not actually a narcotic.
And it's a kratom.
It's like some plant. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I didn't know this was going to derail us, but like I never heard of it. Drug factory at low doses, kratom legal. Oh, they probably aren't selling good stuff though. This looks like something that there's illegal versions too. I'm looking at it. There's like wait.
Well, it's kind of one of those things where like it's legal, but if I knew it, that's why I use it as a joke. Like if it's a shady thing, it's like you're definitely selling like a drug, but it's like, hey, it's technically still legal for now.
Dude, I was listening. It's funny that I was listening to a clip from them. We gotta revisit the tier list, dude. I'm sorry. I was like, all right, 10 minutes, and I'm listening, and I'm just like, and I looked back at the tier list of where we put Lewis and Big J. I don't even know where we put the other guy, and I'm just like,
Yeah, 10 minutes.
You're
gonna rearrange a tier list over a 10-minute clip?
Might have been
podcast.
Might have been a little kind.
Nah, you're crazy. You can't judge anything on a 10-minute clip of a podcast,
brother. The whole tier list. 50% of it was judged on only 5 or 10 minutes we saw of these people.
Yeah, but that was of a stand-up set. That was where they're like being their funniest enough to tape it.
Yeah, but you told me that Louis J. Gomez, his stand-up is worse than his podcast.
It is, yeah, but you could have watched it. I don't know what clip. You could have watched a clip where he just wasn't particularly making jokes or wasn't being funny or wasn't.
There was also, to be fair, there were 2 other guests on, so it's like 5 people. It's like
it's a lot.
It's a lot. There's clearly
they always have a few guests on, and there's 3 of hosts, and it's a crowd. It's fucking.
There's a crowd in the background that clearly is only going to laugh if they like the comedian, not if it's funny or not. I mean, I hate when it's that type of crowd. I hate that.
No, they're a pretty good crowd, actually. I don't know what you watched, but if it was the Legion of Skanks crowd, they're actually pretty good about that stuff.
It's 1,000,000,000% the Legion of Skanks crowd.
Yeah, they're pretty good about that.
Are you trying to get on the show?
No, but they are a good crowd with that. It's just I know.
Your eyes, no. What me? No.
It's like you're talking about like the fucking.
You got a Legion of Skanks shirt on. You got the little flags. Nah,
that's gay.
Foam finger.
That's gay.
Oh shit! No! You woke up from your nap.
Yeah, I fucking. Went back to the porn, though, but no.
I do kind of want to go back to the porn.
Well, here's the thing: you know what I've been watching recently? We'll put a pin in the
braces porn.
Oh
wait, we never even got back to Aquas.
Well, oh yeah, we'll put a pin in that too.
we got a Rolodex of topics.
I've been Because I don't know if we talked about. Are you like a porn star guy, or are you like a category
Been
guy?
category guy my entire life.
Okay, I've always been a porn star guy, right?
We've had this battle before.
You kind of run out of porn stars, you know?
Of course.
'Cause unless you have a problem or an addiction and are looking up every new one coming out.
That's like saying in your 20s, are you a fuck all the girls you want, or settle down, have a couple pups? Like what are you talking about? Like, yeah, I want to be locked into one porn star and only watch.
No, that's not what I meant by that. That's not what I meant by that.
I know what you meant. But
I mean, like when I go to search, I'll think of.
Let's dissect every joke. I mean, what are we doing here?
Well, you made it sound like I'm like fan mailing.
Niggas
like,
wearing shoe flip flops to work, and he's telling me how to live my life.
You made it sound like I'm settling on one or something. It's like, no, I still watch a wide variety. I'm just saying.
Oh my!
I like.
I lost my mouse. I lost my mouse key. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Did my battery die? Oh no. That's not good. That's not good.
Is this computer going off?
Oh no. Dude, I lost my mouse.
Oh, we just gotta put new. Oh, remember he said the batteries never run out. Rewind the tape.
That was like 6 years ago.
Rewind. No, that was like a few months ago.
Oh wait, I forgot. I have a touch screen.
He goes, I've never changed the battery on this.
No. Oh wait.
Jem, I swear.
Oh, never mind. I turned it off. It's back on.
I've had this for 2 years.
All right, what were you saying about the porn categories and
oh yeah, so I've always been a porn star. So what I've been doing recently is I've been going back in time to like the early 2000s, right? Like think like Sasha Grey area. You know who that is?
I know.
Of course you do.
Relax.
Of course you know who that is. But I've been going back to that era and finding like really just chicks I've never seen before, but they're still hot. But it's still like it's kind of like vintage, you know? It's like it's not like retro, like that old, but it's like early 2000s, you know, like 480p.
Yeah, you're listening to the bands in the 60s that weren't the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, but then I'm like, holy shit. This exists. Wow, this is like how oh my god, she's probably like 57 now, but look at her now. And then I've been doing that and I've alternated between that and like the newest VR like 8K. So I'm like there's no middle ground right now. I'm either like early 2000. You ever go back in time or am I crazy?
Dude, I watch retro porn a lot.
Like 70s and shit?
Yeah, 70s, 80s.
See, I can't even see what's going on. The cameras were so bad back then; it just looks like fucking amoebas.
But you get the right frame in those 6 pixels, and man. Also, the money shots were glorious back then. Like now, it's like get on your knees, and like it's always like for some reason the cum shot in today's porn is just like very like you're in a rush, you know. Like,
yeah, it is.
Back then, it was like, and then the girl's just like, you know, it's very.
It was shot from like 2 meters away on a wide shot.
Yeah, where the other one's like
through a window,
zoomed in, her eyeliner's just gone.
Oh, well, in the 4K, it's too clinical now. You know, the bright white lights, and it's like. Comes down her throat and like slaps her in the ass.
Yeah, back then it was like a cosmetic surgery. Today it's like ER.
Yeah, early 2000s. It's that great middle ground. It's
but they didn't have the babushka. I don't like in back
babushka.
Hairy girls.
Oh yeah.
And like
no, that was like right when they started shaving it, probably.
More a little bit in the definitely 90s and then early 2000s. It was like badly bald. It was like they went into the pores and got shovels or something. It was just too much.
Right. True. That's true.
Now they're bringing it back, but in like a different way than it was in the 70s, 80s.
Yeah, you're starting to see a little trick. I've seen a few here and there where I'm
but sometimes they bring it back though in like this weird like we're women and we should be proud of our bodies. Like shut the fuck up. I don't care about that. I just have a fetish. Like god damn, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's a beautiful
it's a beautiful thing, the body is.
You know, the other thing that keeps me from going further back than the 2000s is I don't like this. Well, yeah, it's the quality, but also it's the style too. I'm not in. I know you said you said you are, but I'm not into that like retro look. But in the early 2000s, there wasn't really that much of a look.
Yeah, so there's nothing. The early 2000s was weird because there's really no. I understand, like it might be because we lived in it, but like the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, they have a feel to them.
Yeah.
90s a little bit, but like
a little bit.
The 2000s, there feels like there's
90s were kind of just like 80s plus.
90s were 80s and they got 720p.
Yes, yeah, exactly. 90s was just like an expansion pack, like that you plug in.
Yeah, 90s was like Vice City.
Then the internet hit, and then like,
yeah,
the only difference would be like from 90s to 2000s would be like clothes, but in porn there's no real clothes. So
I feel like there's more of an identity in the 2010s than there is in the 2000s.
Yeah, I could see it. There definitely was, because 2010s, that's when like that emo scenes look started to come around, like Shane Dawson, you know,
and also like
that like hair.
Like 2014 and like to 2016 was a big boom of like people just picking sides and like really fighting how they are fighting today with certain things. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe as we get older, I think it's more. I think also it has to do with the fact that like it needs to marinate to really get a decade. You kind of need to marinate. So obviously the 50s through the 80s have had so much time to like define themselves. You kind of have to weed out a lot of shit till you really get a clean, concentrated definition of that decade.
Right. Great porn though. I've seen that guy. You remember that guy you talked to? I've been seeing him around.
You been seeing Rodney Moore?
Yeah, because apparently he was doing a lot of shooting in the early 2000s. It seems like.
I can see.
I'll like look up a chick and it'll be like Rodney Moore. I'm like, oh, didn't fucking Whitey talk that?
Well, you know what's funny? I only liked one like category that he did, but when I was talking to him on the podcast, he might be dead now, by the way. When I was talking to him on the when I had him on the show,
probably
when I had
to be a hard thing. It's definitely a hard thing.
Oh yeah, definitely. When I had him on the show and he talked about like he had police come to his door one day for something and then like one of the officers recognized who he was. I was like, dude, not for nothing, man. Like I don't know, like how does anyone recognize you ever? Like I thought,
yeah, that's crazy.
I thought he was in such a small niche, but I guess he's not.
The only guy porn star I'd recognize would be like that tall bald dude that's in all the memes.
Tall. Oh yeah.
The classic. Like I'm a plumber. I'm also a vet.
Yeah. He's the guy that he plays a doctor.
Yeah.
I know. I remember Voodoo. Voodoo was funny, and I actually brought him up.
Oh, Brickzilla. I'd probably know.
Who's Brickzilla?
He's that big black guy with the fucking.
Hold on, I gotta look this up. I've never seen this guy in my life. He looks like Chris Webber.
You ever seen Brickzilla?
I gotta see it. Oh my god.
Yeah, just a monster. He just pulls out this fucking platypus.
Wouldn't you just be on a nude beach every day if that was what you had?
Oh, just with your iguana out, just looking.
Proudly wearing size 9 shoes.
Scaring the local townsfolk. They just send him in to like, just destroy white women. Like, oh, you want to do porn, huh? Come meet my buddy.
Yeah, like this is the guy you have to, this is the casting couch. Like he's the whole couch.
He's gonna break in. He's gonna set the tone for your career. This fucking walloper.
Ooh, my tummy.
No, that's a lie though. I'd know a couple. I might not know
stars?
their names. Yeah, I might not know their names, but there's a few that I've seen over the years enough that it's like.
Oh yeah, there's
I think one of the Bang Bros guys.
Bang Bros. White Ghetto.
J-Mac, actually, I do know his name. I'd know that guy. I've seen that guy in a million shit over the years.
I don't know J-Mac.
But I still would probably walk by him and not think nothing of it and not notice.
J-Mac. M-A-C? Oh, yeah. That's the first thing that pops up as porn. Images. I've never seen this guy. Oh, wait, I've seen that.
Well, you've definitely seen this guy.
Yeah. I'm a real estate agent. You know?
Yeah. Dude, he was like from our high school days to now. He's been in everything.
Oh, my God. Dude, this guy, his
Bang bus.
VHS tape would be next to fucking bum fights. Hey, you want to jerk off to a J-Mac video and then watch bum fights real quick?
Yeah.
Before we go out tonight? Oh my
I was about to
God.
launch a fucking war campaign against you if you said you've never seen you've never seen Bang Bus, really?
Bang Bus.
Yeah, so
I do,
that's
but
been,
I do watch a lot of lesbian porn, like Twisties. Twisties
yeah,
is a good one.
that's crazy to me.
How?
How do you do it without actual sex? Like,
Well, if they're inserting things and they're eating each
that's
other,
that's not sex.
I'm not talking about strap-ons. I can't do the strap-on thing. That's insane.
It's just too. It's too like vanilla. It's
You know what I like? I like when the one girl is like over her, and then like she's like using both her hands to like rub in circles both sides of the vagina. And like as if like she's making a pizza pie,
so specific.
I don't know what it is. There's something about that where it's like, yeah, that's soft right there. Yeah, bake that cake. Like I don't know. There's something about rolling the dough where it's just like,
Yeah, I'd be excited, and then I'd like click forward like 5 minutes in the video, and then it'd still be them too. And I'm like, all right, click 5 more minutes, and I'm like, all right, well, where's the guy here? What do we do?
So you kind of need to see a guy coming in the video.
Absolutely, but also even if not, I just need to see a guy. I need to see a dick. There needs to be a dick inserted at some point.
It's kind of like that Ron White joke where it's like he's talking about,
yes.
Oh, you're not gay? And yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's got like, don't get me wrong, it's still hot for like two hot chicks to be.
Now, is it
around,
like the Ron White joke where is it cool if the guy has like this really small, like 4-inch needle dick, or it's like,
no, I get upset. I get so bummed out if it's not like my dick or bigger. I'm like, what are we doing, dude? Little Pee Wee Herman dick.
Dude, I gotta admit, I'm with you. That's like a diversity hire. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Come on, man. He wasn't the right actor. Dude, that's like the Black Little Mermaid. It's like this.
Yeah.
She wasn't the right casting.
It's like, what do we like? How'd you book this job? Like, why? Why are we doing? Why are we giving this guy a?
Oh, you must be
camera?
funding the movie.
Yeah. But I don't need it to be like huge, like the Ron White joke. Like, it's fine if it's average. It just can't be tiny.
Are you cool if the guy's in it and doesn't talk at all?
I mean, that's ideal.
That's ideal. That's so ideal.
That's what most of VR porn is, which is nice. It's like he doesn't say a word because you're supposed to be him,
I was gonna say it's probably a lot of POV.
It is. So that's I'm annoyed when they talk too much.
POV, it's not my favorite, but I'd probably prefer more if it's the guy or girl and like his face is never shown.
Right.
I don't know. POV,
it's just like neck down.
Yeah, there's something about POV. It's just like, I don't know. It's like oh, I know I'm not there.
Yeah, sure, fair.
Something about it. Just never. It's not. I'm not against it, but it's never my go-to.
I want to see it from the view though, as if I was the one. I don't want to be looking at two people just like I'm sitting in a chair in the corner. I can. I mean, I watch porn all the time. That's like from a third person, but like I prefer PO, especially VR. VR is because you're actually there. You're like the person. But they do make some VR porn where it's like you aren't the person, and I'm like, what's the point of this?
Well, that's just called porn.
Yeah, but you're in the room, so you're like you're like fully immersed by like sitting next to them. Like
you're
it's
just
like,
in a cuck chair.
Yeah, literally. It's like why?
Oh no.
I bought the new one though. I did upgrade finally.
You bought a new
to the
Oculus
new VR set.
Oh,
yeah.
How's that?
It's really sweet because you can do like pass through, which is like they have better cameras, so I can like see my room and then have the girl in it, but just her in my room.
Oh,
it's pretty crazy.
And is it like a real woman or is it an AI generated
It's real.
girl? Ah,
it's a real woman, and it looks like she's literally because the camera is also. I mean the.
Oh, you're almost there, man. You're almost there.
It's crazy, dude. It's actually crazy.
I'm rooting for you. Before you're 40, it's just like, all right, that's it. You're never gonna see me again.
Oh, dude, they're like 2 inventions away from me never leaving the house again.
But it can't get too good because you could just, if you save up a certain amount of money, you could just take the VR set, move to a different country, and just live off your savings.
Or just hire prostitutes.
Well, wouldn't the whole point of the VR set? What are you talking about?
Well, like you could just move to another. You could just move to like Colombia and just hire like hot.
Yeah, I know, but I thought the whole
pennies on the dollar
for you with the VR set is that it would surpass that.
Yeah, true. It saves a lot of time and money and yeah.
I thought that was your whole point is once this VR gets to the point where you never need an actual woman, I thought that was it for you.
Yeah, that's more sex robots, I would think. But yeah, you're right. I have said that.
Yeah, but do you think a sex robot? Do you think in your lifetime a sex robot will be able to recreate what your hand does?
No, I think that'll be more virtual probably. But it's I don't know. To me, it's always gonna lack. It's never gonna feel exactly real. You know.
So then what?
Women are fine for now.
You've been talking about this for years that women are going to be obsolete.
They will, but like you're saying, I don't know if it'll be in my life. You know.
Oh, no. I'm saying if they were, though, like you could literally just move somewhere where you would not only are they obsolete, but you don't even have to like work anymore. You could just live that life forever.
True. Yeah. I need food and stuff, though, you know?
Well, like I said, if you move to a different country where it's a lot
where the penny,
a lot cheaper,
like the conversion.
You have a savings, so you just live off that.
That'd be pretty cool.
You have your ASMR channel. You get a couple bucks a month.
Yeah, a couple bucks a month. Just put on that headset.
We got another comment, by the way. I bet it's.
Whoa! Read it.
I mean, who do you think it is?
It's gotta cheese.
It's Fink Ployd again.
Again, who's Fink Ployd?
It's the guy who has literally commented half a dozen times on the show.
I didn't know that was. I never knew his name. I just knew. Is that the guy that says owl? You said.
Yeah, it's the guy who. It's the guy who I've said it's Fink Floyd multiple times to you.
Oh well, again, I don't. You expect me to remember so much stuff here, you know?
Well, no, it's fine that you don't remember, but at least blame it on yourself, which is good. You're doing that. Thank you.
Yeah, I am.
All right, Fink Ployd.
I know who you're talking about, though. I remember you saying there's a guy who says, "Where's that owl?" or whatever.
Just yapping. All right.
Oh boy. Okay. Sorry, geez. You need a VR set. You know?
You need to let off some steam.
Yeah.
You need to watch non-pixelated retro porn.
Yeah, you need to go to the early 2000s, you know?
All right. Fink Ployd says on episode 182 called Pink Floyd. I gave him a shout out though. Laugh my ass off. I appreciate the shout out, but immediately switching to pedophile emperors was odd, lol.
What?
That's what I was talking about in that episode.
Oh.
And I'm older than both you and Jem. No way. I need to get a mic, but I would be happy to talk with you all in the future. By the way, I got a crazy pit bull story to share. Anyways, much love, fellas.
Nice. Okay, cool.
What the fuck's wrong with
I don't remember pedophile emperors. I don't remember pit bulls, but...
It was a solo episode.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Just yapping about whatever.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Solo's tough. Solo's rough.
Solo episodes are...
You left me by myself to go make a Pop-Tart.
Oh, I heard.
And I heard.
Yeah,
I was... Well, I even said when you came back, I was like, bro, wait till you hear that. I just talked about Pop-Tarts for 2 minutes to the wall.
Oh.
Like, it was...
I was there. I was in the car listening. I literally... It's funny because it's like... During that, I'm literally just like making a Pop-Tart, doing my thing. But then when I listen back, it's like, oh, that's right. He was on the microphone for that period of time.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there, and then you're in the background like, dude.
My favorite part was like, oh, he left. Like he left me just stranded.
Dude, I listened to an old article.
Jam.
Well, the other day because I was going through some of the old ones, and what?
No,
What?
you cut out for a couple seconds, but you're good. You're back now.
How about now?
Now you're good. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. Oh, you sound better too to me. So maybe something was fucked with my thing.
Hmm.
No, I was just saying that I listened to an old arguable the other day because I was going through some old ones. I don't remember how old, but I think it was like in 2023. But it was like it must have been at the end of our session because
Session.
you like clicked off. Can you hear me?
It's just in the session, he says.
Oh yeah. So because you know how we do a bunch and then you like end it.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
you like ended it, but you didn't turn the computer off right away. So like I think your friend was like just getting there. So because you like
Yes,
just
I remember this. Yes.
you ran up and then you can just hear you guys come in and he's like, hey, something about drunk or something. And then you were like, yeah, I just did a podcast. He's like, yeah, didn't you do one the other day? It's like you just like talking with a buddy for like 30 seconds before you turned it off. I was like, what the fuck was this little Easter egg I found out of nowhere?
Was it an arguable or a regular episode?
It was an arguable, I think.
Dude, I remember that. That's got to be like 2 years old now.
Yeah, it was like I think it was 2023.
I don't think it's me stop recording. I think oh no, that one might have been because I think
because I think your buddy was at the door because it sounded like you like jumped up really quick.
He was at the door and I think I did stop record, but like sometimes I'll click stop recording and I'm not going to do it now, but I forget exactly what it does, but basically it will almost like buffer for a couple seconds. Like I click stop recording, but it will like slowly stop recording where it still records maybe a couple seconds after I click stop. Which isn't a big deal. It's just a little weird that it does that.
Yeah, that is weird.
By the way, we've been chatting for 50 something minutes now.
Yeah.
Has anything happened in the world or in your life the past, because I haven't talked to you in probably like 2-3 weeks now.
Yeah. Well, I told you about the VR thing. That was a big deal.
That's a big deal in the world of Gemini.
I actually do. I actually have a pretty.
Are you ever going to be not 18?
Why?
Oh man, got big things happening this weekend. New VR set.
Oh come on.
Okay. I'm sorry.
We just had a 30-minute convo about porn. You act like it's not like a. You're a guy too. Shut up.
No, that's a whataboutism. But all right, what's the funny story you got?
You still watch pancake porn? So
pancake
porn.
I don't get it.
I still do flat porn. I still do too though.
What does that mean?
But pancakes are flat. You watch flat porn 2D, not in the VR. It's like on a screen.
Oh,
it's what we call you peasants who don't have VRs yet. And I say yet because you all will soon. You guys were right.
I'm lazy. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I agree.
No,
I think, dude, I bet it is really fun. I bet there's a lot. I bet doing cocaine out of like the number one porn star's asshole is fun too. But I'm too lazy to hit up her agent. Like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, dude.
The nice thing about this one is I already had the accounts and everything set up from my old one, so I just transferred it, and it was like the easiest. But the initial setup's hard anyway.
I was thinking.
I do have.
Before your story, just one more thing. I was thinking about you the other day.
What?
Because you're 34, right? You're getting close.
Yeah.
You're 1 year away from being closer to 40 than 30, which I mean, you might as well kill yourself. But the thing is, I was thinking about you and your buddy Cucky Fister. Where it's just like, he's like, yeah, like I was thinking of a scenario where it's like, yeah, no, I heading to Georgia, man, doing this play, gonna be there, and you're like, oh, another play, oh, so yeah, you fucking loser, dude, doing the play. It's like, yeah, you know, like, whatever, man. What about you? Like, I'm gonna be laying the mulch. Play the mulch Monday through Friday. Go home, jerk off to my VR porn, maybe work some overtime Saturday, but you keep doing your play stuff. And this guy's like touring the world, doing plays. It's all like business expenses, and you're just like over there, little towny bar.
I know.
Fucking lose.
Well, it's such a crazy dichotomy too, because everything you just said is 100% true, but then also like he's just like a broke artist, like a starving artist basically, and then I'm making like pretty good money what I'm doing, so I'm like living the shitty part like job wise, but like financially I'm good, and then he's living the awesome part job wise, but then he's always like, fuck, I have no money. So it's like it is this weird thing, but I know I am always like, you fairy, and then I'll go visit him to watch him. I'm like, that was an amazing play. Like, but you're gay as fuck for doing it. But yeah, no, I'm a child, basically, is what you're saying, and you're right.
All right, so what's the story?
I have a good story though. I do
Oh, you
see, and I
can't.
might not even have thought of it if you didn't say that the way you said it. Like,
Okay.
has anything happened?
Sure.
I meant it. Oh, dude, it's a good story. Did I tell you this already? No, I didn't, because I haven't talked to you. So for my birthday, like weekend, we went up, to New Hampshire. I don't know if you've ever been to Hampton Beach or New Hampshire in general.
No.
Have you ever been to New Hampshire? Okay.
Don't ask me that in that condescending way.
I didn't. Well, because I almost like said it with the assumption that you've been up there, but then I'm like, wait, no, he lives a little bit south than me. He's in New York, Jersey, area, so like there'd be less of a chance that you go. New Hampshire's right on our border, so it's like for
blow
us,
your mind when you find out I don't live in either state.
You do. You have to. Do you not live in Jersey anymore?
Wouldn't that blow your mind?
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, then never mind. Keep going.
Because you don't tell me anything. but
Why do you
and plus
keep
you've
saying
moved
that?
like 7 times since I've known you.
That's not well. Yeah, I've moved a couple times.
What do you live in Pennsylvania now?
Maybe
An ex guess. No, you're just trying to throw me off the scent. You live in Jersey, you bitch.
the scent. What are you looking for me?
No, but you
I'm
don't
gonna
do
get
this.
you.
Don't do this like fucking 101 psychology on me.
It's funny when people like they'll hide their identity online, like what we do, right? And they act as if like, nah, they can't get me. Like they'll never find me. It's like, dude, if someone actually cared, they're within 0.4 seconds of a Reddit form, your social security, your mom, your dad, like, like, dude, it's so easy to find either one of us. It'd be so crazy.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna listen to the story.
Oh yeah. So we went up to New Hampshire. Usually when we go to the mountain because it's like, well, again, it's like 2 hours away from where I live. It's crazy close.
Who's going up to the mountains?
Usually we go up to the mountains like in the fall and
No,
sometimes
like
summer.
who's we? Like, yeah, you know.
Oh, so my dad and my brother. But we decided to go to the beach because even though we live on fucking Cape Cod, but it's like Hampton Beach. It's like you wouldn't be impressed because you grew up in, like Jersey Shore and shit. But like, it's a big, it's like a prominent beach area, I guess. So it was like the one Saturday where it was sunny after like 14 Saturdays of rain, and it just happened to be a nice. So we went up, and the main reason we were sunny skies, beautiful. The one reason we went up though was for fireworks, which a lot of people where we live do, because again, it's like 2 hours to the border of New Hampshire. Fireworks are legal in New Hampshire. You grab them, you bring them down. So my whole life I've been paying people to do that. So we were going up this year. We're like, all right, we want to get some fireworks first time. So we go into at the end of our trip, sort of. We like go to the fireworks. Have you ever been in like a fireworks place?
Like a fireworks store?
Store, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd never been in one before. Like I said, I've only
really. Oh wow.
So I've never actually like, stepped foot in one because they're crazy illegal where I live.
Can I tell you? Can I say something? You know what? No, let me not burst the bubble.
No. Go.
Fireworks are kind of gay to me.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. You know what? The ones I've shot off have been pretty gay.
I just always feel it's like there's too much like excitement for something that's like it's not a big deal.
Yeah, see, we got the big ones though. I wanted like the real ones that they shoot up barges. Like I wanted those. I've only ever shot off dinky ones. So you're right, they are gay. They are gay. There's colorful explosions. But so we're going to walk in this place, and I'm just strolling up, and I'm like, oh shit, I probably need my wallet for this. Like, this is like it's explosives. So I ran back, got my wallet, and then I walk into this place, and I mean, I thought they'd be like, let me see your ID. If you look young enough or something. Dude, we walk in, I mean, you would have thought we were trying to fucking bring a bomb on a plane. I mean, they're pulling out computer programs, they're pulling out clipboards and sheets, and they're scanning shit, and they're fucking asking for fingerprints and asking my social security number. And after like 3 minutes of this whole thing, what?
You
Oh, after watching like 3 minutes of it. I mean, it basically we're watching three women trying to work a computer. By the way, so I almost said that out loud, but I didn't want to get kicked out. I almost said, "How many women does it take to work a computer?" I was like, you know what, the young one I think will laugh, but the two older ones look like Karens. They'll probably kick me out.
No, the young one will probably be even more mad.
No, she looked. I could feel. I'm like, I know she'd laugh.
You had
this
that
would
vibe.
Be funny to her.
She was down with it.
I was like, she watches TikTok. She'll find this funny. So I like the 3 minutes of this. Me and my brother kind of joke. We're like, "Geez, it sounds like you'd think we'd be buying a gun or something." And then I was like, before they said anything, I was like, "Well, I guess it is explosives." And they're like, "Oh yeah, this whole process is because of the Boston bombing." And me and my brother like go, like one of the moments, like, "Oh, okay." And then in my head, I'm like, "No, not okay. Like, what do you mean because of Boston?" I was like, "Oh, what do you mean?"
Boston bombing was like 10 years ago.
yeah, exactly. So I was like, "Oh," so then I was like, "Oh, so what do you mean? Like, the Boston bomber bought fireworks to do it?" And
that's what
like,
I was thinking too. Like, no, he didn't.
And they're like, yeah, he bought it at this store, and they're like a chain. So I was like, "Oh, you mean like this chain?" They're like, "No, this exact store." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then in my head, I was like, I didn't say this, but in my head, I'm like, what are the chances of that happening twice? Like, you're like the least. That's like already a cosmic anomaly that happened once to your store.
Right.
Like, you think someone else is gonna come to the same? Like, it was such a stupid thing. But we ended up, dude. That place. There's so much to look at. I mean, I was like a kid in a candy shop. But we bought these big ones. They're like huge. I'm so excited. I don't care if you think it's gay. It's so fucking cool.
Well,
I'm like,
do you like fireworks though? Because if you like them, then that's different.
Yeah, but I don't like the ones I've lit off my whole life. I don't like little bottle rockets and gay shit. Like when you light it and you're like, this is gonna be cool, and it's like, pew, pew. I know. Like, I don't like those.
We used
but the ones that like you feel in your chest, yeah. The ones that like explode and you like feel it. Yeah,
we would get from the bottom like sparklers all the way to like mortars and M80s not I don't think quarter stick is dynamite, but like 1/8 stick of dynamite type stuff, explosion shit. Mm-hmm. But even then, I was just like, this is just like, it kind of like, I feel like the people who were like really into it, they seemed like the type of people who would tell you like how to flip the burger on the grill. There was just like a gayness to it that I just wasn't.
I'm not into it at that level. I just want to blow some shit up,
Yeah.
But I'm a big 4th of July guy also, like, so I'm it's like probably my favorite holiday, honestly.
Really? So that's, I mean,
yeah.
By the time this episode comes out, it would have already been 4th of July, but we're recording before the 4th of July.
2 days before. Yeah.
So you're excited about 4th of July?
Oh, dude, this is like my favorite time of year. It's early June, late July.
It's like
before it gets.
It's early July.
Yeah, but I mean the period
of 4th of July.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like the period, like the time of year of 4th of July. It's like that early summer period. I love burgers. I love cookouts.
Oh my god,
summer. I just love everything about 4th of July. I just love the time of year.
AI women.
If I could live in the same fucking week over my life, it'd be like the first week of July, probably. Sounds like you hate it though. You hate burgers. You hate America, and you hate the 4th of July fireworks. Who doesn't like fireworks? What kind of guy doesn't like explosives? That's crazy.
Fireworks I can do without to a degree, because like they're also loud. I'm fucking my ears, man. I don't want that shit. But I do like the food a lot around this time. I'm definitely a big fan of that.
Huh. Think you know a guy?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I think you don't like burgers or fucking potato salad, huh? No, you just said you did, but
I do like the burgers. What do you mean?
I know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. You're looking at me weird. Yeah, but that's all I got going on. Just that trip. That's the only story I got from it. Was the first fucking fireworks place everyone do was the Boston Bombers. Fucking.
That is pretty crazy. I didn't know the Boston Bomber used fireworks.
Me neither.
Me neither.
I didn't know he went to that exact fucking store I was in either.
Now I'm
Hey,
like,
you know what?
hey, he used fireworks and he killed people? Like, how how
Well,
industrial were these
what he
fireworks?
did is I think he like emptied out all the gunpowder
Well, that's, I mean, what are we doing
and then he
here?
put it into a new canister with a bunch of like fucking barbed wire. Like he put like a bunch of shrapnel on, like, cause that was the thing that like
I have a question.
yeah.
You know, you do all that, right? And now all of a sudden this place has to go through a lot more scrutiny, correct? You know,
Yeah.
in terms of, you ever see a Ford dealership?
I know.
You ever see a
Like
Subaru?
run people over.
Yeah, those people get in car accidents every day. I don't see them going through like fucking TSA type scrutiny to get a Hummer.
Yeah. Also, they found the guy. Like, so what's the issue?
They found both guys.
They're like, we need more security because we need to make sure if someone does this, we know. It's like, but you already did know. You know what though is I remember I looked up after we went there, like, because I was like, oh
You
yeah,
did
that's
some
right.
research.
Well, I just reminded myself, like, and I forgot what the guys looked like, but immediately when I saw them, I'm like, I remember back then, like, there was a lot of controversy if those were even the fucking guys. Like I remember they had pretty like slim evidence.
I don't think you're correct on that.
They had like a CCTV camera of like one of them from the back with a backpack. Like that was like what they had.
I think you're wrong on that one.
No.
I think yes.
You got to remember, bro. This was in my area. Like this was.
Yeah, but you got to remember that
this happened like
wrong.
in my neighborhood.
Yeah, I think you're wrong.
No, I'm right about this. There was very slim. Like they didn't have much.
I'm gonna go with wrong. My thought is wrong.
They didn't have much,
and I'll go from. I'll leave it at that.
Do you know when it happened?
I don't care.
See, you don't even know. You don't know when it happened. Do you know what country the guys were from?
They were from America. That's where it happened in Boston.
See, you don't know literally anything about this. It was 2013. Dude, this was before they had. This was when they were still making
April
the porn 15th, I'm watching.
2013, 2:49 p.m.
It's 2013.
I thought it was more. I thought it was less than 10 years. I didn't realize it was. That's 12, 13 years ago, dude.
They had a camera of a guy with a backpack. His crime was wearing a backpack. That's how he got fucking arrested.
I think he got arrested for the bombing, Jem.
Well, yeah, but it's because they said, oh, he had a backpack while he was walking around with a backpack. That was the big thing.
Yeah, I think everything you're saying is skewed.
Like, I used to grab a backpack to wear outside, and my mom would be like, why are you wearing a backpack? Because I had, like, a hairstyle similar to this kid back when that happened. She's like, I really don't like you walking around with a backpack. Like, it was a big thing around here with the whole fucking backpack thing. I'm like,
I know,
your guy can't wear a backpack anymore?
I'm going to go with, I think you're wrong, but hey, who knows?
Yeah, but you don't know anything, so it doesn't matter.
I understand what you're saying, but
you haven't watched a YouTube video about it yet and made up your mind, so you're just...
Yeah, well, once I do, I'll let you know. I'll come back on. You know what? You were 100% right. It's crazy, man. They don't like they still really don't know who did it.
I mean, it's you know what? It's probably one of those things where like the FBI or whatever like didn't let the public know what they really like, what kind of tech they're really using. That's what it seemed like because I remember it seemed like very little evidence.
Died. I don't think it was that many people.
Yeah, I think you're right. It wasn't that many people. A lot of injuries though.
In Boston. Yeah, a lot of injuries happen with fireworks every year. And there's more deaths on 4th of July.
No, he put shrapnel in it, so it like cut a ton of people out. Like people lost limbs and shit.
How many people died in Boston Marathon bombing? 3.
Yeah, 3. How many injured though? There was a lot of injuries, I think.
3.
3 injuries?
No, 3 like people.
Yeah, but how many injuries? Though? People got like, fucked up.
Jeez, for someone who knows so much about this. All right, let me look it up.
Well, I don't know the exact numbers.
The Boston Marathon bombings on April 5th resulted in 269 people being injured.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a lot of people injured.
No, those people just didn't want to run the race anymore.
No,
fuck that, dude.
It was a big bomb.
No, they were on mile 8, and they're like, oh, a bomb. I'm down. Oh, man. Like, fuck that. They didn't want to run anymore. No way. They're fucking. They were probably like paced at like 6.5 hours, and they're like, "Oh, I ain't doing this. That's my whole Saturday." There's no way. There's no way. 269. That's an insane amount of people.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was because it was in a crowd, you know.
Oh, one of the people dead was a kid. Oh God, this girl lost her leg. Whoa, these people lost their limbs.
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah.
How?
Dude, they put like metal shrapnel in. Like, this shit was like crazy.
I've seen
like,
bottle rockets before. Or like Roman candles. Like what? Like really losing limbs? That's a lot.
Yeah, well, it was probably a lot of gunpowder.
Damn.
They were from like some crazy country too. I don't even remember. It was like,
why do you say that?
Because they were. Because it was from like.
But you just said that they might not even have really caught the right people. So how do you know where the right?
Well, yeah. But the people they say did it were from like some crazy country.
How do you know they were from there and they weren't just lying on the news?
I think they were. That's what I'm saying. I don't think they got the right people. I think they just wanted to keep like. I think they wanted the public to be like, oh, you know, they got.
Oh my God, these people lost their limbs. This one guy looks like Joe Rogan. Hold on, I'll post it.
I know the exact picture you're talking about.
Oh, that's amazing.
Again, this happened in like my backyard, bro. This was like
dude,
the biggest thing that ever happened to us.
This isn't about you, all right?
It is. It's Boston.
That's like me going,
like you're 9/11.
Listen, but how many times have I ever was like, 9/11 happened, right in my backyard. It's like I was there.
Well, because you live in Jersey.
Yeah, but you don't live in Boston.
Yeah, but I could throw a rock to Boston.
No, you can't. You don't got the range.
I don't got the strength.
There's a couple pictures of like women going, "Ah!" And it's like they were probably like the least wounded.
Yeah, you don't seem at all remotely like interested in the story, but there
are. We've been talking about it for 15 minutes.
No, but I mean, like, in the way that I was saying, like, the conspiracy, like, there was some fuck shit about, like, what I think is either they got the wrong people or they purposely they got the wrong people, and they tried to sell the public that they got the right people so people weren't, like, scared,
I guess you can say that about anything, though.
A kid had a fucking backpack on a CCTV camera. Like, that's, like, literally the evidence they released.
Yeah, but you're...
Like, oh, look at this guy with a backpack.
The thing is, though, you're saying that, which I'm not saying is false. I feel as if you're also not saying a bunch of other evidence that they probably talked about.
Yeah, there wasn't much.
See, I think this is where
the backpack was the big thing.
This is where I think you're wrong.
There was a big thing about backpacks. That's all there was.
I think
maybe a firework.
I just think you're wrong, dude. I just think you're. This is one of those things where it's like
I know, but you always think I'm wrong. So and then you'll come back months later.
In my defense, Jim. I mean,
no, but you always by default.
Very rarely do you hit the nail on the screws.
Oh, really?
Wait, I said that wrong. Hit the nail on the head.
Now it all comes out.
What kind of scrap metal was this guy getting? Chunks of diamonds? Like, holy shit. How does... This guy's missing every limb in his body! I have a... All right.
I think it was like right at the finish line too, which is hilarious.
Hear me out real quick. Hear me out. All right, just hear me out. There's a lot of people... All right, 3 people died, right? A lot
apparently,
of...
Yeah.
I unless, like, I'm reading into these pictures wrong... A lot more people than 3 people lost their limbs. Legs and arms, shit like that.
Yeah.
What? Doesn't it seem a little sus that like all these shards of metal coincidentally only hit legs and arms? Like no headshots?
Yeah.
Because a headshot would result in a death. I don't know. This seems a little... I don't know. This seems a little shady, nah?
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you're saying it's shady on, like, they caught the wrong guys.
Well, I'm saying it's shady from top to bottom, really. I mean...
That's different, then. You're
saying makes sense, too.
You're saying the thesis statement added up, but not the body of the persuasive essay.
No, the thesis didn't add up. Nothing added up.
I'm saying the author is a little shady.
I think it was a false flag. I don't know why, but...
You think no one was hurt?
This was in 20... Well, no, I didn't say that. That's not what false flag means.
I'm asking. What are you
False
saying?
false flag means like someone planned it in the government to like get some law made or some shit.
Yeah, but that wouldn't. If something. All right, what I'm saying is. All right, let's just say if one of these shards of metals that clearly is ripping people's limbs off, right, hits someone in the head, that person would die, correct?
I would think, yeah, right. If it's taking off limbs, yeah, it'd probably
So
take
then,
off your head.
isn't it weird that like it looks like dozens of people lost like their arms or legs, and only 3 people max got hit in the head? Like that.
Yeah,
This isn't like something that was aimed for arms and legs, and every now and then missed and hit the head. This thing was
right.
so. How would a false flag planned explosion be so accurate to only hit arms and legs?
Oh,
At that
I see what
ratio?
you're saying. Yeah. True. I know what you mean. Yeah.
You gotta think
So
these
maybe it
conspiracy
wasn't real.
theories. Yeah, you gotta.
But then that goes down the road of like crisis actors, which is always a thing where it's like, I don't know, man. Is that really like a thing? How would that not
I didn't
get
realize
out?
Stanton's using the torpedo bat. Why does he need to use the torpedo bat?
What's a torpedo bat?
A torpedo bat is this thing that, and actually, I don't think the Yankees are the first team to use it this year. I think this was used in years prior, very rarely, very sparingly. But basically, so when it comes to a baseball bat, you can have like, I shouldn't act like I know exactly what I'm talking about, but you can have a certain amount of wood on the bat, like in terms of weight and shit. So what they did was they shaved off parts of the bat and loaded up other parts of the bat where, based on where the hitter usually strikes the ball, to have a better chance of getting a hit and more power to the hit.
What do you mean where the striker usually? Wait, they can hit it in a certain spot?
So basically, there's so much data out. There's been so much data out there for a long time. Oh shit, is Chisholm not using the torpedo?
What do they put in the? What do they put cork or something in there?
No, it's still wood. It's like it's everything
just
is
bumped out.
Yeah, basically, let's take off some wood in this portion of the bat that, like, you never strike the ball. Like, this portion of the bat hits the ball very rarely. And let's put more wood so you have more oomph on the part of the bat that you usually hit the ball. That way, you can have it extend, like, the hit, possibly, like, the power of the hit. So maybe you can get it by the infield better because it was struck harder. Maybe you can get it over the wall where it would have been a fly out at the warning track, something like that.
Took them a century to think of a new type of stick.
It took them 140 years to think of a new type of stick.
These are the brainiacs we're dealing with here.
Hey, why don't we And dude, you know what's funny? When someone brought that up, they were all in that room like, holy shit,
dude.
There's nothing in the book that says we can't.
People dropping coffee cups.
My God. Someone literally.
I mean, because everything you
calling
said
his
just
wife
sounded,
like, we're through.
Yeah, everything you said sounded smart. Like it's like, yeah, that actually does make sense why they would do that. But then I thought, like, well, why are they just doing it now?
Why did it take them not 1908 to think of this? Why did it take them until two? Well, it existed before, but I don't know when the first. Maybe it was last year, but again,
and they're just using it now. Like you're saying, like the Yankees just started using it, but other teams aren't.
Let me look that up. I feel as if there was a team last year, maybe the Angels that when?
Yeah, the Yankees must be sucking if they're like, all right, let's try a different type of bat, maybe. They're like, all right, well, maybe try a new type of glove. We'll get new gloves. That must
during
be
the
it.
2025 season with the New York Yankees. Here's more detailed timeline. 2023-2024, Aaron Learnhardt, a former physicist, and now we gotta get a physicist in here.
He says,
and now
I want to see this guy.
And now Miami Marlins coach developed a torpedo bat while working with the Yankees. 2024 season. Some players like Giancarlo Stanton and Francisco Lindor.
Put some duct tape on the end of this.
See, that's the thing. I knew about Stanton using it, but then he got the jack.
Who the fuck's Stanton?
He's a player on the Yankees.
No, it sounds like a place.
No, Giancarlo Stanton. But I thought he stopped using it because of his elbows. Oh, maybe it was the Yankees. I thought there was a team that used it before the Yankees. Huh.
This all sounds like cope, you know?
Cope?
Yeah, it sounds like maybe it's the bats.
I mean,
It's like, now you just suck now. That's all it is. It's not the bats. Stanton,
I might be also wrong about
John Carlos.
I shouldn't act like I know what I'm talking about because I'm looking at a torpedo bat, and it doesn't look like there's smaller. I thought there was though.
I looked it up and it looked so much more normal. The way you described it, I was thinking like a Harry Potter wand with like it like spiraled and like
That would be funny if they made like a wiffle bat, like there's some holes in it or something.
Yeah. I was expecting something totally. Then I looked at it, it just looks like a fatter. It kind of looks like a fucking.
It's weird looking though, dude. It is weird.
It looks like what's that other sport that's kind of like baseball? It looks
cricket.
like one of those.
You're saying it looks like cricket.
It looks like a cricket bat to me.
No, I was all right. Hold on. Torpedo bat length, mass distributed evenly through the barrel, mass more isolated to the sweet spot. Yeah, okay. Torpedo bat versus. No, I think I'm right. All right. A torpedo bat differs from a traditional baseball bat by having a larger barrel closer to the handle and a thinner end, creating a bowling pin shape. Yes, this design is intended to concentrate mass closer to the hitter's hands, potentially improving back control and exit velocity. I didn't know about the back control, especially for contact made closer to the label. Huh. So exit velocity was what I was trying to say. I don't know why I didn't just say that. But back control, I didn't know it was going to affect the back control, but I guess it could, obviously. It's changing the bat. Yeah, that's about it. Torpedo bat.
Huh. So, anything happened with you in the last 2.5 weeks? Huh?
I just learned about the torpedo bat.
I took my turn, and I shared my.
No, nothing.
He left me on sitting on the sofa alone.
Nah, nothing new. Gonna head to the beach probably this weekend. Pool party coming up. Just small 4th of July type shit.
I said the past 2 weeks. I didn't say what are you doing the next 2 days. I said what did you...
Nothing really. Let me check my calendar.
Damn, so you ain't doing shit, huh?
Not really.
You're like me. You're just sitting around VR headsets.
No VR headset though.
Watching MILF porn.
Oh, I went to one of those rooftop pool parties in New York. That was okay. And then
used to not be allowed in the building.
Oh, I went to
me on the rooftop.
Is that that sounds like a Kanye?
Wiz Khalifa.
Nah. I never. It was Wiz Khalifa.
I agree.
He seemed like an 08.
I don't know what you're about to say, but anything you're about to say, I
agree. I went to a baseball game, so that was about it.
Pretty sure that song did come out around 08 too, maybe like 11.
Yeah, because anything Wiz Khalifa did anything that was notable was 08.
Yeah.
What's the name of the song? I'll tell you right now.
Rooftops. His big thing was in 2011. I remember. I was there.
What was it?
It was like, I forget the name of the album.
Oh, 2011. Like, Rooftops.
On my level. Yeah. That's like his big album, like where all the...
Rolling Papers.
Black and Yellow,
Black and Yellow.
Yeah, Rolling Papers, that was it.
Yeah, but I feel like he had something a little bit sooner than that people were still bumping, like, at parties. Am I wrong?
You could be right. I'm not too familiar with him.
Remember
You're
Chance
probably right,
the
though.
Rapper?
Do I remember? Yeah, I remember the whole 2 days that guy was popular.
Thirsty.
He was
what is that guy doing now?
He was a guy. I saw a video about him one time. Like the downfall of Chance the Rapper.
Oh shit, he's got a huge net worth. Good for him.
It seems like he ain't doing shit. Well, yeah, I think he kind of did something with Kanye. Or something like that.
This guy's gonna be the host of America's Got Talent for like 25 straight years. Like this, he made an album, was really like kid friendly, like family friendly in a way, and is gonna just like skate with that for the next 25. So you gotta give it up to him when it comes to that.
Yeah. He was supposed to be like the next big guy though, and then he kind of just...
What happened to that other guy?
Fell off.
Jack Harlow, wasn't that like 5 years ago?
Yeah, he's still pretty popular, I think, but I don't know. I don't know who he paid or who he knows, but I've never seen more of a boring, just a left field.
I'll see videos of like people like, and it's actually kind of cool. Like when I take my fucking annoying, dumb, cynical like glasses off, it will be a video of like so and so performing this song to like a crowd of 20 before it becomes a big hit. And in my head, I'm just like, yeah, that doesn't mean they're still not an industry plant. Like, that's part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, for someone to go, oh, you see? It's like, that's what fooled you?
You don't make it obvious. You don't just throw them up on a stadium first show ever. Yeah, you gotta work the marketing.
I was thinking about the other day about, the 9/11 conspiracy theories about like, like it was an inside job, it was a demolition, all these. It's like, hold on. You're telling me that they got all these explosives in these buildings, right? Up and down, foundational, up 100+ stories. Not one person fucking did like a little recording of like a guy. Like they just kept coming in with dynamite and they hooked all this up around the building. There was not one guy like on the 53rd floor, like doing Wall Street stocks. Like, hey, what are you doing over there?
Yeah, hey, what's
going on over there?
Dynamite?
Yeah, it's just so silly. It's like
well, no, see that I don't know, but I could easily like think of. I mean,
what
the areas
tell me.
Well, like the areas they're accessing to get to those like engineering points is like no one's gonna be in there.
Yeah, but you got to get.
The only people going there are construction guys.
You got to get to them eventually.
Yeah, you fucking put it in a duffel bag.
Dude, so you don't
wear a fucking vest and people just think you're working on the fucking.
At one point,
you think Mark from accounting's keeping tabs on the fucking
I'm not gonna get this out. I
guy?
already know I'm not gonna get this out.
Well, right? No one's keeping tabs on the janitor.
And this is what happens: you yell, and I can't get it out. You don't think there could be?
It's a skyscraper, what? You know how many people work in a skyscraper?
Yes, exactly. You don't think one guy...
You're not recognizing the fucking... that's not the guy.
You don't think one guy, after weeks of loads of duffel bags going upstairs, some guy's just like, hey,
how much dynamite you think it needs? You don't need loads.
How much dynamite you think? You don't think it needs loads of dynamite?
No,
you're out of your mind, dude.
You just go to a few key points.
Jem, but you think you're going to the Boston fireworks shop to tear down these towers? You're high. Let me get a couple sparklers and let me get those little red firecracklers. Oh, yeah, I'll take the red, white, and blue ones. It is 4th of July.
You just. I'm working on I'm doing repairs.
No, Jem, I understand fooling people.
No one knows.
What's funny is that the fact that people will show videos of like, oh, you could clearly see there was explosives. It's like, okay, so you, Rick, with an IQ of 92, think you cracked the case, but you're thinking not one person in the whole city of Manhattan was like, there's a lot of guys in vests going in with duffel bags the past couple weeks. No. Yeah, I guess we're not going to spread a rumor about that.
Because there's always maintenance on shit like you wouldn't even notice. It's hiding in plain sight. You know what I mean? I know what you're saying.
So you wouldn't notice that, but you would notice like, oh, look at this video with another window caving out. Before the tower collapsed on it. That gets noticed. That's easily noticeable, but not suspicious people with duffel bags because there's always.
But they're
people.
Not suspicious.
They
blend right, and they look exactly.
I would be suspicious.
They've done whole videos where, like, if you could just today, Whitey, could just wear.
Listen, I know what
you could just wear a vest.
My ADHD already knows the video you're going to talk about.
No, I'm not talking about a specific one. I'm just saying I've seen
posts. No. The videos I already know what you're going to say.
Yeah, you could just wear a vest, go into a place, and people would think you just work maintenance.
Here's the problem with that theory. Here's the problem. Sometimes someone does stop the person with the vest.
Right.
So for that to happen with the amount of explosives that you would have to, by the way,
so you think they're sneaking? You think they're sneaking in like grunt workers, but leaving like a manager? No, dude. You start from the top down.
I don't even know what you're talking about now.
You start from the top down.
I still don't know what you're talking about right now.
You own the company. You don't just send in fucking Nick and
Jem. I still don't know.
Nicholas.
Jem, what are you talking about?
Like if you're saying the conspiracy if they sent guys in with bombs. You're not just sending guys in with duffel bags. You're hiring. The whole company is a shell company that's doing the engineering. It's from the top down. You're eliminating there's no manager.
I still don't understand what you're saying. Actually,
if you were
I'm
pulling
not
off,
trying to be a dick. I literally don't understand what you're saying.
okay, let me bring it down to your level here.
Sure.
You're
bring it to 2D. You're at 3D right now.
Yeah, I'm at VR right now. All right, I'm at VR MILF porn from the 70s. Let's bring it back to
You're more
normal
VR, barely legal porn.
If you're trying to do a heist, you're gonna make sure there's not a guard at the door. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So like, who would be the manager who would catch these people in the videos we're talking about for the 9/11 analogy?
Okay, I get what you're saying. You're saying people are going to be let in, and the gatekeepers to these secret areas, like where only maintenance can go, they're going to be in whatever way, like let's just say paid off or some other type of way where it's like, of course, yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm saying though.
There's going to be no guard dogs on that day.
That's not what I'm saying. See, but that's another thing. You think this is happening?
Also, they could be doing it on a day off.
You think this is happening in a day?
No.
Do you understand how tall these fucking buildings were?
No, I wasn't. I was kidding when I said that.
Jem, I understand what you're saying. It's just funny how.
Also, you can pick a holiday.
It's funny how, or you can pick a Jewish holiday,
or overnight. I mean, there's so many ways to do it.
Pick Yom Kippur, coincidentally.
I mean, now that I think about it, there's no way they're going in.
Such a good joke. You're in such debate.
I'm in debate mode.
Now.
I'm in debate mode.
Yeah, dude, you're in win-lose mode.
I am. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said it could have been a Jewish holiday. That should have been. You should have been rolling on the floor.
I would have laughed. Yeah, I would have been slamming the desk.
You're breaking rapport left and right, up and down, tower to tower.
You got me. I'm in like trying to take the frisbee from a dog mode.
Yeah, let me just play with the ball, dude. Fucking Christ. We gotta go inside. Come on, we gotta go inside. We've been out for 5 minutes. Let's go. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, Rick. I can't just play with the ball for 5 more minutes. The sun's still up.
Yeah. Yeah, Jewish holiday. That was good.
But dude, no, what I'm saying is when people go like, oh man, I can't believe people were so stupid to think it wasn't inside. It's like, dude, you're basing this off rumors and stuff that you've heard. Think about the vehicles and the teams of people that would go into these buildings, and you could pay all the people off in the world. But for some reason, you believe footage that was recorded by citizens and outsiders and maybe employees that worked in the towers of showing, oh, look, this clearly was an inside job. Look at that explosion. But not one person, not one single New Yorker ever since 2001, I never heard a single recording of anyone go, yeah, you gotta admit, the weeks leading up to the towers, there was a lot more cargo vans showing up with people with duffel. Really? Not a single one? Come on, man. Not one? That seems suspicious.
Yeah, but you're talking about fucking
Also,
Manhattan,
the Yankees are getting lit right now by the Blue Jays.
Like, you're talking about Manhattan. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
No one's noticing shit, bro.
Yes,
There's so many people. What are you
they all have.
No one,
but they have fucking.
Who are these private
beeline
investigators?
Footage of all these. Oh, look at there's another video that shows an explode. There's another video. Look at all the.
Well, yeah, when a building explodes, people tend to fucking record it. Whitey, what's that? Yeah,
dude, no. But I'm not talking about record. I'm saying there wasn't one, not one peep. You would think after 24 years, even as a lie, so you'd think the conspiracy.
Well, who's this sleuth that's waiting for something to happen?
It's not a sleuth. It's just one. Dude, there's people in the corner of New York everywhere. Like, I'm telling you, God, I saw God. He exists. He's coming down. He's gonna get. Like, dude, there's not one person that ever went, hey, I mean, look at all these new vans that are showing up weird. They're saying they're working on stuff, but I don't know what the building's been.
It's not a weird thing for a van to show up to a building,
but extra van. Like it's not a weird thing for me to bring 2 pizzas for 6 people, but it's a weird thing for me to bring 18 pizzas for 6 people.
Nah, you have too much. You're looking at it from a hindsight. It's no one's.
No,
gonna be
I'm
looking
looking
out for
at it
shit.
from the fact that even as
people just live,
even as a lie, and that's a lie. Even as a
people are just NPCs. They just go to work.
The fact that you're gonna lie on this show and act like some people aren't nosy, you're out of your fucking mind.
Nosy, but
Dude, hold on, real quick though.
See, now you're in debate mode.
No, it's not debate mode because it's actually because it actually blows my. Well, I'll let you get the frisbee, but you gotta let it go first.
I know, but you're growling.
I'll throw the frisbee, but you gotta let it go. All right?
You're growling at me. Give me the frisbee. I'll throw it and you can catch it.
You threw it for a reason. I caught it. I want to play with it, but give me a second. What I'm trying to say is this actually has nothing to do with towards or against the conspiracy theory. What blows my mind, the fact that there's not even someone. Like, no one even thought of, like, to lie. Like, why not become the guy who pretended, like,
I think people did. I think you're wrong about this.
I think you're wrong.
I think there are people who did say that they saw people coming.
Never heard it in my entire life. It
was in that
It's
video.
Been 24...
Loose Change, I think.
It's been... Yeah, you might think I'm watching that. It's been 24...
No, but you didn't watch it?
No, I'm not watching that. I mean, maybe I would watch it.
You remember how popular it was, though. That's like one of the biggest videos on the internet.
Yeah, but at that point,
it's like hundreds of millions of views and shit.
I didn't know it was free. I thought you had to like buy it.
No, buy it. Bro, it was like a YouTube video back when YouTube like first.
Oh, I had no idea. I really had
one of the first like conspiracy videos.
I think I was into South Park so much at that time where I was kind of like that mindset. It's like it was a bunch of pissed off Muslims. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But it was true. The people who would fucking be so for it being a conspiracy were so just like, and another thing. It's like
that's the thing is it was this weird thing where it was like. Most people I know thought it was like the sentiment around that time was it was pretty like normal to think there was weird shit with it. It wasn't like a weird conspiracy.
Yes, but what
like,
I'm saying, and I didn't see
thing.
Loose Change, but I didn't see it. But I've seen so many reels now of like 9/11. Like here's another piece of evidence. It's like that one. And dude, I'll see reels of Who's the two people that claim to be on the moon first from America?
Oh, Neil Armstrong and
Buzz Aldrin.
Buzz
right?
Aldrin.
And you'll see like those like reels that are like edited in a way where it's like, oh, but he's clearly talking about how they never actually went to the moon. There's not one fucking video of just like some fucking Italian dude like, yeah, I mean, I saw... There were like a lot extra vans there September 10th. And like, dude, come on. It just seems so silly that I'm not saying it seems silly where it seems silly that doesn't
there is, I think, though. There actually is that. Now that I'm thinking of it, I'm pretty sure.
But why am I not getting that in my algorithm? That's kind of what I'm saying. I'm saying that
because you've never really looked into it.
No,
but you haven't seen Loose Change.
No, I mean I understand.
There's a whole rabbit hole.
It blows my mind that you seeing Loose Change acts like you looking into something. But besides,
no, I'm not acting like that. I'm just saying I saw it when it came.
No, this is your pyramids. But what I'm saying is my algorithm.
My pyramid is my pyramid.
My algorithm, right, feeds me 9/11 stuff. It's fed me 9/11 stuff. It's also fed me.
Well, how do you know they're not feeding you stuff to make you think it's not a conspiracy?
That's fair. I have a question. Have you ever been algorithmed a video of some guy going, yeah, no, I saw all these vans out there and these guys with duffel? But have you ever seen a clip like that?
No, which is surprising because
dude, isn't that surprising?
Sometimes Instagram will give me like. Sometimes Instagram thinks I'm like schizophrenic. I'll get some crazy conspiracy thing where I'm like, bro, what is?
That's Instagram all I'm saying. Like the fact that video doesn't exist, even if the guy's being honest or not in the video, that's weird.
Right,
to
but
me.
Why in your mind are people putting dynamite in the towers at rush hour on a fucking Tuesday afternoon? Like, why couldn't they do this at night?
It's New York City literally pre 9/11. Like, dude,
why not do it at Sunday at 3 a.m.?
It's busy at Sunday. It's busy everywhere, dude. It's New York City.
It's not as busy though.
Yes, but not as busy. New York City doesn't mean like the sign flips from open to close and the lights.
How many vans do you think are driving around?
A lot.
Oh yeah, I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah, I'm just saying the fact that I never.
What about the people who say they heard the explosion?
It just blows my mind that I never get a clip of just some
ignoring that part.
Well, I looked up real quick about and was looking at Jazz Chisholm's stats. What did you say?
What about the people who said they heard the explosions that were in the bottom?
No, I am not negating all of that. I'm just saying it blows my mind.
You're just saying you're surprised you're not seeing. You see a lot of people staring from like a county away, being like, "Well, if you look at that," but yeah, you're not seeing people like, "I fucking saw 18 guys fucking running through the elevators."
Yeah, dude.
I know what you're saying.
I'm seeing videos of Buzz Aldrich from like interviews that are clearly decades ago going, we never really went to the moon. And like people in the comments going, but I'm not seeing a single clip, not even an AI generated bullshit, fake, 100% not real clip of, from the weeks of, I don't know, August 5th to September 10th or what I saw that. Like, that's blowing my mind. That is blowing my fucking mind. But then, all of a sudden, September 11th, everyone has a camcorder all of a sudden.
Right.
It's like, dude, it was 01. I don't even know if the flip phone was out at that point.
No, I know.
But everyone coincidentally was recording Dance Recital and then looked up and there was a plane.
I know. I have thought of that too. Because you know what? It seems like there's a lot of footage, but I've gone through over the years and watched a lot of the footage, and there's actually not, like, I struggle to find it. That's why when like there'll be a meme where a comment will be like, "Oh, this is a new angle I haven't seen." Like, it's almost like a crazy thing when I see a new angle. But imagine if that happened today, dude. Imagine if that happened fucking today, with everyone has a camera. How many videos there would be of it? That would be like. That is crazy. In 01, like how many people had a camera?
Here's an olive branch.
Because phones didn't have cameras back then, right?
If that happened today, right? If that happened today, and like days and weeks go by, and there's not one person going like, I got recorded of a lot of people in vans showing up. Would you at least go, well, that's bullshit?
Today I'd be like, bro.
Like, oh, they must have fell down because of the plane then, because there ain't no way you're missing like a bunch of people laying explosives from hundreds of meters high of building.
There better be a recording of like every single step of the way. I mean, you can't buy a fucking bagel without getting recorded these days. So. Yeah, it'd be a different time. I wonder if something will happen in our lifetime again. Not like to the scale of 9/11, but like another terrorist type thing. That.
In this country?
In this country, yeah. Something like that.
I mean, the Freedom Tower is so boring. I don't even know if anyone would care if it got hit by anything. I hate that building. Whoever designed that building, like the fact that they got paid for that. It's this glass dildo. It looks like the last turd that gets cut before hitting the toilet. It's such a shitty glass building. I hate that building.
If that thing ever does get bombed, my first thing is to be like, I wonder if Whitey was.
He really hated that building.
The vitriol and hatred I've never seen someone hate something as much as you hate that fucking building.
You see, so like I got a recording of this yellow guy just walking up to the. It's crazy how. I do think I might be I hate that building the most out of anyone in the world. Dude.
It is gay. I will say it does suck.
It just sucks, man. And now they built the one building in Manhattan called The Edge, and then there's like a little brother version of that building. That looks, I think it looks like the same, but I guess because it doesn't have the love behind it compared to the Freedom Tower, like I don't hate it as much, but there's something like I don't mind glass buildings, but there's something about the new ones in Manhattan where I'm like, I don't like this look. But I'm sure there's like a purpose behind it, whether it's probably money, obviously, but efficiency and money, whatever. I'm trying to think though.
Now, how do you feel about like the deeper conspiracy with 9/11? Like, you ever seen some of the like in meat movies and shows and stuff?
Meat?
You ever get into that?
Meat movies?
No, media. Like, you ever seen like the whole like predictive programming type shit with that?
I don't.
Do you know what that is?
I don't know. That's why I'm confused.
Like, it's basically people will say like, oh, with some conspiracies, like they'll like pepper it into shows and movies leading up to it.
Like The Simpsons
like,
kind of predicted 9/11. Yeah.
You ever seen that picture with the money next to the 9 with the towers?
No, that stuff blows my mind. I think the one that really always resonated towards me with that one was when Trump was running for president. I think the first time, I'm kind of like I don't know if I'm painting this correctly, but there's a clip of him and I think like someone else going down an escalator, and a little girl drops a sign or whatever. And in The Simpsons, obviously years before that happened, it's literally him going down the
right.
escalator and a cartoon little girl dropping a sign, and it's like it's almost like
That's crazy.
verbatim. Yeah, and I'm just like, that's insane. Like that is really
Yeah, what are the chances?
the 9/11 one though. That one I don't pay as much homage to. Homage to? Is that the word? Maybe.
Homage, yeah.
Oh, is it really homage?
Yeah.
I guess the H is silent.
I think you could technically say homage though, yeah.
Well,
This might be silent.
I don't give it unless it gets really specific, because it's like, well, I mean, no offense, anyone can predict like two of the tallest buildings and the two tallest buildings in America, going down. You know what I mean? Like that's not the bit like, oh man, so and so in 1990 said. It's like, yeah, and so said before the Titanic sank that the biggest ship in the world that was gonna sink. That's not, you know what I mean? That's not like,
Yeah.
But something as specific as that escalator thing, I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Well, this is pretty specific too, though. You ever seen the picture I'm talking about?
The one where it's it's like a shirt.
I posted it.
Oh, hold on. If it's the Simpsons, yes, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of crazy, bro. That's kind of nail on the head, in my opinion. It's literally a fucking 9/11, him holding a thing of money up to it in a really weirdly framed image. Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I will say though,
obviously could just be coincidence.
I think
sure it is just a coincidence.
Here's the thing. I think I'm a little jaded because I hate the people that are like, oh, you think that's a coincidence? Yeah, your IQ must be less than mine.
Well, yeah, the people who act like it's.
I watched Loose Change, so clearly I have a higher. It's like, really, dude? You watched a movie and that means you're smarter because you believed what the movie told you? Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Well, that's people on either side of it. Anyone who's so sure of themselves with anything, it's like, you don't know nothing.
No, I agree. Yes, that is. I think
what I would want to know, not to cut you off, but what I would want to know is, I would want to know if. But this is, I think you'll agree with it. I would want to know, the easiest way to debunk this picture would be, how much were magazines when this episode came out?
Oh, is
if
that
they were $9?
Is that how much the magazine costs?
Well, yeah. Why else would it be a $9, a $9?
Well, I see a coupon on the bottom right. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know
that
if they're
looks
saying.
Like a magazine
I don't know if they're saying that the bus towards so and so to another place is costing $9, but that would be a lot because the bus to like parts of Jersey to New York are less than $9, depending on where you're coming from. So that actually could be a farce too.
Yeah, so back then it'd be probably even cheaper. See, that's what I would need to know because I've never seen the actual episode.
Farce. I've been saying farce this whole time. It's farce.
Farce. Yeah, I know what you meant.
No, that picture definitely where it's like, oh shit. But it's just when I see also that, it's like, I never understand when people are like, oh, they're just showing us it. Like it's like, why? If these people are so smart to get the upper hand on people, why would they show their cards? Wouldn't they keep because they laugh at us from behind our backs. I
think it's something like that. Yeah, where
but that's what stupid people do.
Where you're making goofy faces at the little kid.
Yeah,
and then like when the parents turn around, you just look normal.
Yeah, but dumb people do that. Dumb people boast and dumb people talk, and that's how they get caught.
Well, I mean, according to the world, it was Bin Laden.
No,
now
in 2025, I bet there's more. If you had a poll and did truth serum of the poll, I feel as if it's close to not the more answer would be people going, yeah, I think it was a conspiracy.
Yeah, 1,000%. Well, you remember the George Bush thing?
Well, which one?
That was weird. When he's in the classroom.
Of course, do I remember the truth? That was dude. Yes.
Yeah, but everyone remembers when they tell him about it,
right?
But no one remembers the fucking lead up to that. You remember what they're teaching the kids how to say certain words, and it's literally like plain Dude, it's something crazy.
Nine.
It really is. Dude, it's literally like just
Simpsons.
a bunch of words that connect tonight. It is kind of like where you're like, dude, are we in like a simulate? Like, if it's not a conspiracy, are we in a fucking video game? Like,
No, but that's another thing that I kind of get mad about. It's like
you got to see the clip though. That is a crazy clip.
I know that clip. I just haven't seen it in a long time. It's annoying when people put that together, and then
You've never seen that clip.
I have.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's annoying when people put that together, right?
Don't lie to me.
What are you doing? What are we doing? You just keep cutting me off in traffic. Just let me.
I know. Sorry.
You said your piece. You brake checked me. It's over with.
Right.
It's just annoying when. Now I'm afraid of the dark. I'm afraid you're gonna pop out of the closet. No, it's annoying when people put that stuff together and act as if like it's just like it's kind of like remember when I told you I solved the Rubik's Cube?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'll never forget.
Yeah, and you probably looked at me like, oh, this guy thinks he fucking did something, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I remember being 16.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you seeing that Simpsons clip, you knowing that the guy who took the insurance out on the towers was Jewish and didn't come in that day, you like seeing like little.
Oh, that's right.
Like that doesn't make you this fucking Sherlock Holmes genius. Like, dude.
Well, that's the point. I'm retarded, and even I.
That's what I'm saying.
I could pull up 5 more examples that are like kind of crazy.
Like, no offense there, Jerry, but if you and 1.2 billion other people saw the same shit and thought the same shit, it doesn't make you special.
No, but it might make you right.
You could be right.
But yeah, I know people who make. That's the thing is always with conspiracies. I like conspiracies, but I don't like conspiracy theorists. If that makes sense.
Well, I like conspiracies, but
not if they make it their whole identity. I mean,
I don't like conspiracies when people think the conspiracy is foolproof. It's like, dude,
yeah.
You're seeing AI videos now. How do you know that this technology hasn't been out already and it's been hidden from us? And all these clips of these explosions that you're seeing are really artificial videos. I think, dude. Remember the flat Earth stuff where it's like, I know based off my physics and like it's like, well, how do you know like physics is real? You just learned physics based on
right.
Like you have no idea.
Yeah, you have no idea how the world works.
No, so it's all. It's like, dude, it's just like conspiracy theories. You can never go all in. There's always going to be, you always have a chance to re-raise when it comes to a conspiracy theory.
Right. Yeah.
Dude,
I think about that with AI.
Cooked against the Blue Jays today. You think about that with AI, you said?
Yeah, because like we've talked about before how they've had tons of technology before that's with the military and government, and then they'll finally release it. Like cell phones they had way before, and stuff that's confirmed that they. So like, why wouldn't AI be another one? Internet was another one of them. Like, I could see them having. Why wouldn't they have AI and use it before we all knew it was real?
Why? Oh well, that hurts my conspiracy theory, so that can't be true.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're just on omright.com. And I thought of another website the other day. And I forgot what it was.
You'rewrong.com.
No, I think it was like fuck. God. It was not as funny and it was a lot longer, but whatever. Thishelpsmycase.com, something like that.
Yeah. The Donald Rumsfeld clip. I'm thinking of a bunch. Dude, there's a lot of shit with 9/11's a fun one. I haven't like gone down that rabbit hole in a long time though. Like you said, I'll get like reels of it sometimes, but that's about it.
Yeah, my girlfriend actually gets more 9/11 reels than me because every time she gets them, she sends them to me.
Really?
Yeah, bless her heart though. Like she kind of is that in that like realm of like because it's offensive, she thinks I must think it's funny. It's like no.
Oh yeah.
I know. And it's like
it might not even be funny, but just because the topic is, it's like, oh, this is dark humor. He'll like it.
Yeah, and it's like,
nah, this wasn't even a funny one, babe.
Yeah, you're like, what are you gonna send me Kill Tony clips next? Like, what are we doing? I actually want to laugh. I don't want to be bored.
Yeah, that's like when you're like into something and then your relative like gets you something that's just kind of closely associated, but it's like,
Yeah.
what do you think I'd like? Well, yeah, I know you like baseball, so I got you a baseball T-shirt. It's like this is just like a generic like, lady, you don't know me.
I get what you're saying. I mean, that's a bad example. I'd fucking crush it. Baseball. I love wearing baseball T-shirts.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Why is she getting a lot of night? Well, I guess that is she's like our age,
Because when she
right?
gets it, she sends it to me. So her algorithm is like,
oh, so she's sending them. Yeah,
she's
sharing it.
She's exactly. So that's why she gets a lot more than I think she gets more than me at this point.
Probably, yeah. No, that happens sometimes when I send a lot. It'll start giving me, and I'm like, why do I? And it's like,
My
oh, yeah,
favorite recent one was the AI version of the guy getting a haircut while in the window the towers are getting like exploded and falling down.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, it was so it's an AI version. It's an AI video, like fully AI, where the guy is the guy who took the insurance claim out on the towers, remember? Like that.
Mm. Yes.
So he's getting, and I think I'm paraphrasing, but like the reels, like, you know, when getting your haircut like saves you from like the towers, because like he also was supposed to be in work that day, but like he was getting his haircut coincidentally.
Yeah, he was like probably naming it in Burgerstein or something.
Yeah, and he's a Jewish guy, clearly.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I
And he owns a skyscraper in New York. He's definitely Jewish.
By the way, is the war still going on? Is that where you're over with?
I know. I was just about to say something. Like, I really do think though, like, I think Israel is like responsible for a lot of like our lifetimes tragedies, like they do, which connects to exactly what you just said.
When
like,
there's smoke, there's fire, kind of thing.
Yeah, it seems like every country that we fought in the Middle East was they wanted to fight them, and we did it kind of because of them. Also,
I don't know.
Obviously, 9/11 was big too, but I mean,
I get really.
It seems to be all their neighbors were fighting all the time.
It's just so weird. Like people have died around me. Like as the older I get, more people will die around me, and I'll see more death. And it's kind of like
Jesus.
It's just, well, I mean, it's just true.
What are you in the Marines? What do
No,
you mean?
it's just like
Who's fucking dying?
Yeah, I mean, as you get older, relatives and friends and like stuff like that, friends of the family,
Jeez.
you just see death, and then on the news and online you'll see death, and it's just like it's kind of one of those things where it's like, it's just I haven't died, you know, like I've never died.
Yeah.
So part of me is like, I still have like this weird part of me where it's like, is this real? Like, is this like is this death thing real? Is that really what like?
Yeah, it hasn't happened to me, so I don't. Like,
is that really going to be my finish line eventually?
Well, it definitely is, but yeah.
Well, how do you know? How do you know?
Yeah, what if like you go to die and then it just someone takes the screen off your head? You're just like, whoa, what the fuck was that?
I don't know. Yeah, so
we were training you for the next segment.
Yeah, like I don't know. There's just something weird, you know.
Now you've learned who the enemies are. This time,
Jews.
Be a Nazi. Yeah.
Oh, I saw a clip from Shane Gillis and that other guy's podcast.
Yeah, man, McCuskey.
Yeah, and it's funny.
That's basically you
say that every time, and it was funny though because they were talking about like the Kanye song.
Oh yeah,
and like, and midway through, he was like, "It's just weird that he got his bank account stripped away when he made fun of us." And it reminded me of you because it's like totally a joke that either you did make or you like would make.
Yeah, 1,000%. That is something I would say.
By the way, is that real? Did he really get his bank account?
Dude, I've told you this so many times, and you either dismiss it or like you get mad. Like you'll be like, "How do you know that happened?
I don't.
Are you his accountant?"
I don't. Well, I mean, to be fair, how do you know that happened?
I know, but this is what.
All
you
right,
do.
fine.
But
Let's take it at face value. Let's take it at face value.
It did happen.
What do you mean he got his accounts taken away? Like, what does that mean?
Okay, so when he first started coming out with this shit,
mm-hmm.
like when he first, I'm talking about when he first, like this was like a
2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah, maybe even 2 years ago.
3 years.
And he started saying shit about Jews and stuff, and
by the way, that sounds like a great name for anything. Jews and stuff. A juice bar, a band.
Juice and stuff.
Juice and stuff. Oh shit, dude! Someone make a pliable juice and
It'd
stuff.
make a nice shirt, you know.
Juice and
If
stuff.
I saw that on DoorDash, I'd check it out.
It'll be like a caricature of a Jew, like with his hand out with a smoothie in his hand, like pointing it to you, like this is yours.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
Do you mind if I grab a Sprite?
Sprite and stuff. All right, yeah, go ahead. I'll pause it.
I'll be like 1 second.
I'll unpause it. He'll be back. Juice and stuff. Juicy fruit. I don't know. You know what I've been thinking about for the past 30 minutes? I don't know. What am I name this? I'm trying to think. Has it been almost 2 hours? We've been talking for that long? Time flies, man. Time flies. Yankees are down 7-0. Niggas getting a Sprite.
Yeah. All right.
How are you going to call me a toddler the way I eat and you have Sprite?
Well, here's the thing, right? It's I got
always
DoorDash.
An excuse. Always
funny.
It's insane.
Well, let me tell you.
You can never go, yeah, you're right, man. Anyway, no, you got to fucking argue to the death.
I know it's true, but it's so funny because I just said DoorDash when we were talking about that juice and stuff.
Juice and stuff.
I looked at the wall and I was like, wait, I DoorDashed. I have Chipotle out there, and then I remembered I got a Mexican Sprite.
A what?
And when I got my Chipotle order, they had drinks and it said Mexican Sprite and Mexican Coke. So it's like the one they use like with real sugar. I'm like, dude, I was so excited. I'm like, I'm getting one.
How annoying.
Comes in this glass bottle. What? How annoying
the fact that regular American Sprite ditched the green bottle and went to a clear Sprite.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I'm not even on the up and up with that stuff. That's gay.
It's so stupid.
I need a bottle opener for this, really?
It's hilarious.
Mexico never.
They haven't achieved the intelligence. Dude, my wood. Are you there?
Not using the tornado best yet?
Are you there right now, or torpedo?
What?
Dude, I have to. My woodshop teacher said one of the funniest jokes one day. There was a Mexican kid in our class, and he goes, "It took you guys like 600 years to figure out that you can make the tortilla shells like flat on the bottom so it wouldn't fall anymore." We're all fucking dying.
That's I know. I remember when those came out, like, or got commercials.
People's eyes were like,
"You'll never guess what we did this."
It's like it took you 1,000 years to figure out you can make it flat.
Yeah, really. You can mold them to whatever.
It's like the torpedo bat.
I gotta be honest.
What?
Kind of just tastes like Sprite. You know what? I don't have Sprite that often though, so maybe I just don't realize the difference.
What were we talking about though before?
Tastes like. Oh, so we're talking about the Jews.
Oh, Kanye.
His
account. Oh, can I go take a piss real quick?
Yeah.
You think you can handle it yourself, or you want me to pause it?
No, but definitely pause it.
All right, I'll pause it. Dude, I'm so stupid. By the way, when I said Jews and stuff, I started going juicy stuff, like your juicy fruit, juice. It's like it's Reese's Puffs, you retard. I was singing the Reese's Puff song.
Juicy fruit.
All right. Anyways, Jews, Kanye accounts.
Yeah. So when he first started coming out with that stuff, they basically froze his bank, banned him on everything, and then they froze his bank accounts.
But why and how? Like, how do you what? Like what?
What do you mean why and how?
But why and how? Like how can you just say stuff like
the
what,
bank?
Yeah, but what
that he banks with froze his accounts.
Yeah, but what? I guess like what gives them
about Jews?
What did he do that legally they're allowed to go? Oh, we can freeze your account now.
Well, they're a private business, so they can do whatever they want. But they didn't like what he was saying about Jews. They thought it was like anti-Semitic.
JP Morgan is a publicly traded stock. It's not a private business. I don't think there's certain banks that aren't private.
The only bank, no, even the Federal Reserve is private. I mean, yeah, I don't think there's any government-owned banks, are there?
No,
JP Morgan is government-owned?
No, public meaning you can buy. It's on the open start. You can get stock in JP Morgan. You can get stock.
I mean, yeah.
That's not but that's not private.
You can eat some crumbs at the bottom of the fucking
That's not.
tree. Yeah,
You said private. That's
people
not,
own it.
That's literally the definition of private or not private.
What I mean is like they can deny business to anyone they want.
Yeah, but that denying, even
Like
if
they're
that's
not legally
even if
allowed,
that's true or
like,
not, which it might be, or what I'm saying is, they froze his accounts. It's not like they gave him his assets back and closed his accounts. You're saying they froze his accounts, meaning the money he had in those accounts he wasn't able to access or use.
Yes, yeah, it was all frozen. And
Under what grounds, though?
well, so here's the thing: is I don't know exactly, but what I remember is there was something with the Adidas deal. He had over $1 billion deal with Adidas, and they dropped him.
That's different, though.
So I
that's
think
that's different.
Well, hear me out. So what I think happened was something in the contract might have made it to where they had to go through the money they had given them and like figure out if they should take some of that back or something. So I think with that, the accounts got frozen. Maybe. I could be wrong though. I mean, be wrong.
I vaguely understand what you're saying. That's a little bit different though, because that at least shows like somewhat where it's like he owes money to Adidas now based on not fulfilling the contract and his accounts getting frozen. That's different than him saying stuff and then they decide, oh, well now we're going to freeze your account.
Right. No, that is different than wording it exactly like that, but it's still along the same. I mean, it's still pretty much the same.
It's not though. Like legally, it's not. And I understand. It sounds like those people that like, well, legally, it's like, yeah, but like,
it does sound like that. Yeah.
But to be fair though, I was curious into like
he said words and then they took away almost $1 billion. Like,
I know, but what I'm saying is in the middle of that, there was like stuff where rich lawyers can go, well, technically, Your Honor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's still wild though. Even if it's legal, it's still wild.
That is the world where like there are these trillions of laws and no one understands it. No one understands the laws in this country. And everyone thinks they're doing the right thing and it's like, no, every single one of us could easily just go to prison for life. They can find a way. They can hire a good enough lawyer to make it happen.
Right. So that's not the crazy part to me. The crazy part is only if you say this subject, this one subject.
Yeah.
Then we'll turn all those laws that we already could use, and then we'll actually use. Like that to me, that's the differentiator.
I get it. Where it's like
really,
it's not is it not acted upon or it's not enforced?
Right. It's not enforced unless.
I get what you're saying.
And then when it is enforced, it's 1,000 lawyers like you're saying that can just turn around and be like, well, actually, this is always the... And it's like, yeah, we know what you're doing, though.
No,
Don't act like this is normal. Not saying you were, but I'm saying those people.
I get what you're saying.
This isn't normal. It's pretty crazy to strip someone of that much money over fucking a sentence. Like,
yeah, but I will say, though, he's still a billionaire.
He is. I believe he still is.
Yeah, and he's still out there, and he's like in the public eye.
I think it was like he lost like 1.5 through that whole thing with Adidas, but I think he had like 4, so he probably still has.
That one I don't pay as much credence though, too, because again, that's just a deal with Adidas. I mean, like, I'm sorry if you're a
That's a big deal though.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you're a multi-billion-dollar entity who's trying to appeal to the masses, literally any person that wants to pay you for your product. And all of a sudden, this motherfucker's out here like going, Jews!
Oh, yeah, no, they have.
Like, I totally understand dropping that client.
They absolutely have the right to. Well, again, they're a business. I don't fault them for doing it.
But I do understand people going, yeah, but that's a farce. Like that's what they want people like you to think. But really, in the back, in the gallows, it's like what's really happening is, Jews this.
Well, yeah.
Kanye this, blah, 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 blah.
I'd be willing to bet the people at the top of Adidas might be Jewish. I'd be willing to bet.
I have a question.
Like, just admit it. Just admit it. That's why you did it, you know?
Yeah, but, I have a quick question. Do you think that every single Jew is in on this?
No. That's crazy.
So then when you or some other people will go, the Jews are doing this, it's like technically you don't really mean the Jews are doing this because that would be 100%.
Or you.
Huh?
Or you?
Nah, I wouldn't.
I don't like the way when you and your other Nazi friends are saying, it's like,
bro, I'm literally talking to you while rotating myself 180 and backing up to the other side. Like, hey,
I've never been so pushed under the bus in my life.
And all your other friends are talking about the shit.
No, when we joke around, yeah.
No. I mean, yeah, mostly you. I might chime in every now and then.
But no, that's the annoying thing is because when you will bring something up, even past joking, but if you'll just make a point about it, then people will be, and not me, I'm saying, but like when you see people do it, like Kanye or whatever, they'll go, oh, he's saying all Jews are, and it's like, no, he's not. No.
I get it. He's
talking about these specific powerful ones.
It's the same thing of when like you talk about men and women. It's like, no, not all women, but you know what? I'm not adding that to every fucking sentence I say. I get what you're saying.
I'm talking about the ones that divorce their husbands and take everything and are fucking.
It's like when my girl the other day is like, it sounds like you hate women. It's like, well, first off, yes. But
first off, absolutely. Ding, ding, ding. What took you so long? But second off,
but it's like, I love you, so obviously I don't hate all. Like, use your fucking brain cell. Like,
I have a mom and a sister. And
I hate 92% of women.
Right.
But I'm not saying, but you're out of your fucking mind that I'm going to say that every goddamn sentence. Like, I have no time. Do you understand how many times I say I hate women? I'd lose my shirt. I wouldn't be able to fit all
almost a daily basis. Which I feel like that's just being a normal guy. Is just, you'll just see something or you'll be driving or anything and you just like, God damn it.
By the way, it's natural to hate women if you're a guy.
It is.
It's literally
it's natural to hate men if you're a woman.
Yeah, it's literally that's like
the battle of the sexes.
Yeah, if you're a Yankees fan, you hate the Sox. It's real simple.
Yeah,
it's real simple.
You hate the other team. Yeah. You know,
you respect the game and you understand they won some championships, but I mean, you're still trying to beat them.
Yeah, without them, there wouldn't be a game, and that would suck. But I can still hate them.
Yeah, then you're just playing ball by yourself, and at that point,
I don't want them to go away, but I can complain.
Yeah, until they make virtual baseball, and then you don't need them anymore.
I can call balls and strikes here, you know?
Yeah.
So the Jews, you know? I'm just saying.
Yeah, so real quick with the Jews, though. About running the world. All right, so because it's funny, I got a reel about BlackRock today or the other day.
Oh, remember? I was just telling you about that.
I know
rabbit hole.
Yeah, I mean, I already knew about it, but
fucking don't you dare! You would never.
Yes, I did.
You lied to me,
Jim.
Yes, I will fucking you out of your goddamn mind. You act like I was talking about the moon was made out of cheese, dude. You're like, BlackRock, what's that? Was that a place?
I looked at you like Wallace.
I just want to like edit in the clip of me telling you when you're like, what the hell's a BlackRock? Is that like a guy? Or?
No, I didn't.
Now you're like, I knew.
You're such a liar.
No.
You're such a liar. That was.
You literally said, is it a place?
That was 3 episodes ago. There was the last episode me and Jem did together before I did the solo show. Please just listen back. I did not say, what is BlackRock a guy? I mean, what are we doing? By the way, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is BlackRock.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? He is BlackRock.
I feel like we were talking about him too on that episode. Oh no, that was just.
Anyways, what I was trying to say though is I saw a reel, and it was about BlackRock, and coincidentally this one guy he did this, and this guy did this, and it's the same guy, and this guy did this, and it's the same guy, and of course it was a Jewish guy too. But in my head I'm like, yeah, but like. So the whole owning the world thing, what about the Arabs that supposedly probably have more money, and you've even talked about this, probably have more money than people like Elon Musk, so they might be trillionaires, right? It's like, So that's the opposite of Jew. So this whole own the world thing kind of falls on its face when...
What do you mean the opposite of Jew?
An Arab.
Arab? Who? I must have been half listening. Where did the Arabs come in?
What I'm saying is BlackRock, all this money and all this power, and supposedly Jewish people run it, right? But if they own the world, how could that be if there's a portion of the world that is this Arab community that owns like the oil and has money coming up the wazoo, where conspiracy theories say they control the weather and they're like I don't get it. Like how could BlackRock be this almighty power holder if also you have this other superpower in the Arab community owning all this oil and power and money?
So the Arabs, yeah, the Saudi Arabians like do like their big thing is oil, and they have a lot of like those families that go back and but they're like small fish if you're talking in terms of like wealth.
Really?
Like on the world stage, yeah, Saudi Arabia is not that. They used to be a lot more powerful and more financially.
Do you think there's anyone in Saudi Arabia that's richer than Elon Musk?
That's a great fucking question.
Because if someone is richer than Elon Musk in terms of money, that means they're probably worth roughly $billion.
Yeah, billion.
So that's what you mean. That's still small fish.
Yeah, I think you know what, that's a great fucking, I think maybe there could be that doesn't want to be public about it, or just owns it in a way where you couldn't exactly trace it back to them. That's what a lot of the like wealth is at that level too, is like shell companies and workarounds and loopholes. But I would agree though. Yeah, I'd say 300 billion is small fish when it comes to like real power. I mean, people who own banks, like you own the money supply. What are we talking about? We're talking about you have this much money. Well, I own all the money. So,
but isn't the Arab?
And it's not Arabs that own the banks.
Isn't the Arab faith though the complete opposite of the Jewish faith? Like, aren't they fighting each other? So why would hate
each other?
If the Jewish people had all this power, couldn't they have just like stopped it like quickly?
That's literally what that's what they've been doing for the past 50 years.
But if they've been, why is it taking so long?
All their neighbors, the only neighbor left is Iran, and we're seeing how that's going.
Why is it taking so long for such a big fish to eat such a small fish in this pond?
Well, because Jews are relatively small in terms, like there's only like, I don't know the exact amount.
But they have all the power, and the Arab people are a small fish in terms of power. What you just said.
Yeah, they have a lot of consolidated power, but they're a small group. Jews are a really small country. Like Israel's tiny.
So I don't get it though. How could they have so much power but be small?
Well, because they have a lot of power in terms of like money and influence, but in terms of like actual manpower, like they need us to get shit done. That's why they always come to us, because we have the biggest army in the world.
Doesn't that mean technically they don't have that much power?
Well, I mean, if you own a nuke, like, who has more power, the nuke or you?
I don't get it. What does that have? But I don't get it.
Like the nuke may be the thing that blows everything up, but you're the one controlling the nuke, you know? So if they're controlling America, which is the biggest military that in the history of the world, then yeah, that's a lot of power to have. Even though they're a small group, they're controlling our entire military.
I don't get it though. If that's true and they're controlling the biggest military in the world, why is it taking so long for the biggest military in the world to defeat a small fish?
Well, because if they just nuke everyone in the area, then the entire world will turn against them and it will be nuclear war. And then we'll all just cease to exist. They can't just, you can't just do anything you want, even if you have a lot of power, because then people revolt. It'll be like they already kind of are with Gaza. And
doesn't that mean, though, that their power might be not this dominant if people could revolt and overtake that power?
Yeah. I'd say there's, especially in this world where we're all connected with technology and everyone can kind of like, I mean, there's a lot of countries with nukes now. I bet there's a whole like NATO and coalition. Like it's not, Israel can't, like no country can just do whatever they want. Like within, USA kind of can.
I'm going back to BlackRock. So it sounds like BlackRock's really not that powerful, because it sounds like even as powerful as they are, they can't even destroy a small fish in 50 plus years. I mean, like, what are we doing here? Gaza, like you told me a couple episodes ago, Palestine's not even a country. Like you even told me that the war's technically over. So like the fact that BlackRock can't even defeat a couple of these people, they don't really sound that powerful. Then they sound pretty weak, dick, honestly.
I mean, have you looked at Gaza recently?
So wait,
I mean, are
it,
you saying they didn't destroy the area? I mean,
it
they bombed. I mean, they killed. I think like 80% of the people are gone.
yeah, but isn't the Arab world still a thing overall?
Yeah, yeah. I like.
So I'm just
I
so
think the
confused. I'm just confused that if BlackRock is just all powerful, like how long is it going to take
well,
for
also, I don't
them?
know why you keep going back to. I don't think like BlackRock's connected to all that stuff you're saying. I think that's more of like the what like the stock market arm. I don't
Yeah.
think that's like the
Oh, I was
military.
talking about power. Like BlackRock's supposed to be this
Well, but
powerful.
that's a different. Yeah, that's like a money Wall Street stock market
Oh, you're
power. We're
saying they're
talking about
financial.
military
You're saying they're
power.
financially successful.
Yeah, like they own banks, bro.
Oh no, that's cool and all, but does that mean they're powerful?
Yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, because they can just buy all our politicians. Yeah.
Yeah,
And if they
but
control our politicians, they control our military. So they have,
well, that's what I
like, they
mean.
might not have the biggest military,
That's
but
what
we
I
do. And
mean.
they,
Like BlackRock's supposed to be this powerful swinging dick that can control the biggest military in the world, and they can't even take out this portion of the world
but
in
they
under.
have. They have.
They're
That's
still
what I'm
around though.
saying.
They're Dubai
Well,
still,
let's see. Let's
Qatar still a
rewind.
thing, Iran still a thing, Iraq still a
Right,
thing,
right. But a lot
Palestine,
of,
Gaza still is a thing.
I,
It might be weak dick
I
right now, but it still is a
yeah,
thing.
Iraq is not. It was regime changed. But
Yeah, but it's still a
and
thing. Who's the
right, but now it's allied with them,
with
with their
who?
government that we put in, with Israel and us. Remember, we overthrew the whole country and put in our own regime.
Oh, okay. So they
But
got so in 50 years they got one country.
no, they got Yemen, they got Syria, they got Afghanistan, they got Iraq.
Did they get Iran?
Um, yeah.
They got
No, they haven't. No,
oh.
Iran, not yet, not
What
yet.
about
They're trying
what
though.
about Dubai?
See, Dubai is like allies,
Bangladesh?
I think. I don't know where even Bangladesh is. Isn't that in
It's a
India?
Muslim nation north of India.
Uh, I don't think they care about Bangladesh. I think they just care about the Middle East. But no, they have. Like over the last 20 years, we've overthrown almost every country that
It seems
neighbors have,
kind. I don't
besides
know.
Iran.
BlackRock seems kind of weak dick that like it's taken them 50 plus years and they can't even take over the world.
Again, I don't think it's BlackRock, but
Well, you said BlackRock controls the military, so if
no, I didn't. I literally said the
Oh.
opposite. I
I'm
said
sorry.
it's a stock market arm. It's like the financial arm,
Well, I'm sorry. Who controls the military?
like the government,
Oh, that's it. Oh, and does anyone control
like the president.
Who control? Does anyone control the president or the United States government?
I don't. I mean, I think so. Yeah.
Well, who's that?
I don't think it actually like. I think it's the whole government, like the FBI. I think the FBI and CIA would probably be the top.
Well, look,
Then there might even be more secret organizations that we don't even fucking know about.
no, I'm asking who controls the government, and the FBI and the CIA are the government. So, are you just saying the government owns itself?
I don't know. Who do you think controls the government? If not the FBI and CIA and president?
I have no clue. I just
Because
know,
if you, yeah, I don't know.
I just know the Yankees.
We're
are
hitting
down
the end of
8-0.
my pay grade.
No, I thought I just weird. Like
I got no more answers after that. I think I don't know.
So
I don't
BlackRock,
speculate.
but it just seems like BlackRock. They just have financial power. They don't actually have world power.
They do because well, here's the thing: is you were.
I'm so
I know what you're
confused,
saying.
dude.
I know
I'm
what. By the
really
way,
confused.
I know, but I know what you're saying, and I agree with you actually more than
I haven't made a statement this whole time. I'm asking a question.
I
Or I'm
no,
asking
I
a
know, but
number of
you're
questions.
you're leading. Yeah, I know.
No one's
we know what
leading
you're doing. We
anyone.
know what
I
you're doing.
literally,
But
I'm confused. If BlackRock is this all
I'm trying to olive branch it though. Let me olive branch it, please.
fair enough.
Because I agree with you probably even more than half. But the thing is what you were saying is wrong though. It's actually because you were making the point of like, well, if they can't even overthrow but they have though. That's the whole thing of it. It's like, I mean, that's been the whole last 20 years of Iraq, Afghanistan,
I thought you said
Syria,
50
like,
years.
well, 50. I think that in the 60s was when they became a country. I don't know the whole fucking.
Do you
history
think
of it.
now, if this is true, let's just say it's true, right? Olive branch, like this. Let's just hypothetically, this is true, that for something to be so powerful, taking over 20 years to kill such a small fish is a little long.
Again, I mean, what's the alternative? You just nuke them. I mean, they might not have even had nukes
I don't
until
know.
recently.
It seems like the school.
Because if you nuke them, you're getting nuked back.
It kind of seems like the school bully. Really, it's like you perceived as powerful, but really, if just a couple of kids that you've been picking on this whole time decided, hey, fuck this kid, and they decided to beat the shit out of him. He's really he's really not that strong. So this whole.
But the school bully is not going to grab 3 kids and jump off the 4th floor with them all and die with them. Like, why would they just nuke everyone in 1 year and do it and say, oh, we're so powerful, we did it in a year?
Oh,
it's like,
no,
well, now
I'm
there's a
not
nuclear
being
war.
so cut and dry like this side of the seesaw or the other. I'm saying it seems a little long, like 50 years. Like, Jesus Christ, guys. Like, I mean, I'm not saying you gotta have it done tonight, but I mean, like, when are you gonna hand in those TPS reports? It's been a long time now. I don't know. I feel like
these things take time.
if this is all true,
it's a war we're talking about.
I think the main guys at BlackRock got to get off their ass and start doing some work.
Yeah, maybe. Again, I don't see where BlackRock's tied in with this, but
because you said BlackRock controls the military.
Yeah, what's that have to do with? No, I never. Why do you keep saying that? I never said that.
I thought you did.
No, how many times have I have to tell you it's a stock market? Like it's like a
I'm sorry. Yeah,
thing.
well, but that's what I mean. Like they don't seem that. What's more powerful, the biggest military in the world or the biggest financial group in the world?
Military.
Oh, so then BlackRock's they're nothing. They're dicks. They suck.
Yeah, but Israel controls it. Not BlackRock, but Israel has
what?
I mean, I don't know if they control our military. But if you look at the past 20 years, I mean, every war we fought is on behalf of them.
But why would Israel control the U.S. military?
Because every war we fought is just happens to be the people they wanted to fight.
No, I'm not saying here's how you can. No, I'm saying how did they obtain that power to control the U.S. military? Why would the U.S. military be controlled by them?
Now that's a whole. I mean, that's. Yeah, 3 hours. That's the whole thing. That's a rabbit hole.
I got another. Let's say 20 minutes. Let's see. We don't have to do a whole 3-hour show, but we can. I think we can squeeze 20 minutes out of this.
All right. Well, we've already talked about the Mossad.
The who?
And Epstein and stuff. The Mossad, the Israel CIA.
Well, you laughed me off a chair when you brought up the Israel CIA when I was like...
No, you laughed me off. You thought it was the funniest. I mean, that might have been the hardest I've ever heard. I listened back to that, I was dying. Dude.
Because I was just thinking
you thought it was the funniest thing
Yeah, because I'm thinking of these secret agents with big top hats and curls going, gotcha.
Which is funny because I never thought of it from that angle, but then when I told you, dude, you found that. I was like, that was so funny.
You didn't think
of
that...
it like little curls and fucking hats.
Can you imagine an Israeli and James Bond?
Yes.
Are you gonna hit, sir? I stay. I know when my chips are cashed.
Yeah, when you said that, I was thinking of a South Park episode with
dude,
Jewish guys running around with pistols.
Oh, we gotta catch him before sunset.
But so that's one of the ways they say is through the Mossad and the whole Epstein stuff and other means that we haven't found out about, like blackmail, basically.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying. So the only reason, or I shouldn't say the one, I'm saying one of the reasons why the U.S. military is controlled by the Israelis is because some people who control the U.S. military are being blackmailed, basically,
yes.
Their secrets might come out if they don't fight for the Israelis.
Yes.
And what's that based on?
That's based on the fact that almost every politician seems to just side with Israel on everything unconditionally. So people are saying, why would that be unless they have some type of sway? Right? And then another one would be...
Could that, before we go into another one,
yeah.
Could that not be true, though?
It could not be true, but this other one connects to that also. They do have the biggest lobby in America, and it's not even close. It's it makes every other country's lobby look like...
What do you mean by lobby?
So lobby is the amount of representatives from the country that are in this government, and then the amount of money they pay.
What is
into politics?
What is them
to back candidates and stuff?
Yeah, but what does them having a lot of money have to do with them? I don't get it.
Well, because they back races and candidates and laws and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I thought we just talked about how being like it doesn't matter. Like they're the U.S.
No, I said
Okay.
BlackRock specifically.
Okay.
I never said money doesn't influence military. You keep trying to connect this BlackRock thing, which again, you might be right about that.
I didn't
but
even
I'm
say
not.
BlackRock. I'm confused.
You said BlackRock like 20,000
No,
times. You
no,
kept saying,
just
well, how
now.
does BlackRock,
I don't
like-
understand how people who are lobbyists, for Israel, are so like just because they're rich. What does that mean? That doesn't. I don't get it.
Well, because I mean, politicians are bought and paid. Like you have to raise a lot of money to win office and make laws and stuff.
But
If you know this, by the way, don't act like you don't know.
But
this.
I'm confused in terms of. I thought we just said.
Well, why does money matter in politics, Jem? Wait! You're telling me someone with a pocketbook can influence a government? Like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but that's
don't act stupid. You know what a lobby is.
That's where I'm confused, though.
How do you think cigarettes are still legal?
That's where I'm confused, though. A couple minutes ago, we talked about how the biggest military is more powerful than just being the richest person, but it sounds like that's not true. The richest people will control the biggest military.
Not necessarily. That's why I gave my answer as the military, not the rich.
But I understand if that's not necessary, then what is the biggest?
Well, tell that to the French nobles who got guillotined in the fucking French Republic. tell me, yeah. Well, their money was more powerful than the mob.
What's the biggest military in the world today?
The U.S.
Is it controlled?
Not even close.
Is it controlled by the people who have the most money?
Yeah, yeah.
So then the people who have the most money are the most powerful. Because they control the biggest military, and we just talked about how the biggest military is the most power.
Right.
So who has the most
money? But that's like saying, like, in a lunar eclipse, like the sun and the moon are in the same place. It doesn't mean that will always be the case. I'm sure there was times where, like, again, like revolutions and stuff, where, like, yeah, all the rich people get killed. If they're so powerful, then how they get killed by the military?
Right now, in 2025, would you agree that the U.S. has the biggest military, and the people who have the most money in the world today control the biggest military? Would you say that?
Oh, I would say that, but only if you'd admit that's not always the case.
Only because.
What about the Revolutionary War? That's
I didn't get to finish. You asked me. I'm saying, I do.
Because you didn't admit your side.
I didn't want my side. I don't even.
So
know
now you left me in the rain.
I don't have. It's not my fault.
You said, "Well, here's it." You're like, "Well, admit this thing," and I was like, "Only if you admit this thing," and you said no.
It's not my fault.
So then I tried to give you an example.
I didn't. You're the one who caved, not me. I never said tap out. Their money didn't exist back in the day, so obviously, yeah. Just because you had the most, I mean, there was no money at one point, so yeah.
Yeah, but what about the Revolutionary War?
Which one?
The American Revolutionary War.
You gotta be a little specific there, buddy.
The American Revolutionary War.
What about it?
Well, who was more powerful? Our military or British military?
British's military.
Huh. Then how'd they lose?
Because there was the French.
They had more money.
There was the French military. And the American military.
Oh, really?
And a couple
French.
And a couple other militaries that, if you added up their scratch, had a couple extra bucks.
Came out to 1/1000th of the British Empire. Yeah, okay. The French military. I needed that.
By the way, you believe that
Canada,
farce that America won the war? We're just a puppet state to UK.
By the way, that
That
is another great rabbit hole.
You're damn right it is.
The IRS.
You believe you believe that bullshit. They're like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let them have it. We can't win. Wink, wink. Yeah, okay, dude. You actually believe that? That's why British citizens will still destroy us on an Xbox Live chat because we didn't really win that shit.
Yeah, the IRS, you know. That's a rabbit hole.
It's just
you're not wrong.
But I go back to I'm confused of what's more powerful because a second ago it was the biggest.
The people who own banks, Whitey, are more powerful.
Well, then why'd you say military before? You said military before was more powerful. You said
I just gave you the example because I just gave you the example.
But why would you say military and then a few minutes after
because sometimes militaries that are poor beat richer militaries. power is about physical, also more than
But
just
then
money.
why
It's
did
not
you
that
say
black and white.
military now? You said the American military is the most.
No, I agree that the military. I agree that right now I agreed that right now the wealthiest.
He knows he's looking at his. Hey team, what do I do
I
here?
agree.
Do I throw a jab? I don't know what to do.
I agree.
Just take some body shots before the bell rings. You got another round.
I agree.
Should I just? All right. Should we wave the white flag, Jeb?
Stop carrying water. You know that's what you're doing. No, I don't know anything. By the way,
It's all right.
I also don't actually care. I think I've said this before. I think like 90% of it. Not 90. No, let me take that back. I think a portion of it. I think a portion of it.
All women suck.
I think a portion of it is just like Jews are the most successful. So like, of course, they're always going to be the scapegoat.
But why are they?
If people are mad and
why
poor,
are they the most successful? And you're like, well, I want you to be like, oh, because they own BlackRock, and BlackRock runs the military.
Well, because if you're Jewish, you can get a loan from another Jew without a fucking interest. Probably there's a lot of that shit, which is probably makes people hate them even more.
Yeah.
Also, you can't become a Jew either.
You know what I was thinking about though a few months back, and I was coincidentally just thinking about it today before this episode, where I do think a lot of people. I think a lot of people believe in these conspiracies. I don't know what the percentage is. I'm not saying it's the majority, but I think there is a portion of the people that believe in these conspiracy theories or other theories or, you know, what they think is fact or whatever. Because a couple reasons. I think one, they like to think like, oh, well, yeah, I'm just not that financially successful because I'm never going to eat a child, you know? Like, right. I would never suck the blood and rape an infant. You know, it's like so that's why I'm where I'm at today. It's like, no, I think you're where you're at because those people are smarter financially than you. And you just don't want to admit it, so it's a coping mechanism.
Oh, I'm poor because there's billionaires. That's why, and they're taking advantage.
And like, they're at these eyes.
You work at fucking Starbucks,
and they're at these eyes closed wide shut meetings, and you'd never see me take part of that. It's like, no, I think they just know how to manage the stock market. I think they were born into a rich family, and during their developmental years, they learned stuff that you can't even fathom when it comes to gaining financial success. And they took that, and some of them even took it to the next level because just like your father was a carpenter, you decided to be a better carpenter. Your father was a bowler, you decided to be a better bowler, just like their fathers were multimillionaires, and they decided to try to get into the world of multi-billionaires.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Yeah.
A lot of it's cope.
I do think a lot of it's cope.
You can usually tell pretty quick with those types. It's just like they're just mad that they're poor.
Yeah. Also,
or not even poor, but sometimes just lazy.
And by the way, if like someone came down, it's like, listen, it is a guarantee. If you eat this child starting at the neck, you will have $16.8 billion in your bank account tomorrow. And you will have no legal repercussion. 98% of them would be like, give me the kid. Yeah, I'm eating this child alive.
Oh, yeah, they'd eat it in a second.
Yeah, so that's just I really do think it's a coping mechanism. It's for some of them. I don't know about all of them.
No, definitely not all, but I think a lot.
Aaron Judge, this team has a chance to come back.
I just hate when people like will act like billionaires like don't add anything. Like it's like they're like parasites who just fucking take advantage of the poor. It's like they're adding so much value to the market that they make billions. Like, you know how many jobs? Like, I'm not to like glaze fucking billionaires, but it's like let's not like sit there and be like, oh, these guys are only there because they're just like they're just extracting wealth from us.
We can go down. I disagree. However, I do also hate that person who says things like that. How about that? Like, I hate both. I do.
Why do you disagree?
Because I just think creating what? Like, I just don't think.
Wealth,
What does that mean?
value,
What's wealth? Like food, water,
value.
food. How's that value? That's value subjective. You like
Right.
having value like for like that financial value is subjective if that is really obtaining value to a human being or not.
Yeah, but it's such a large degree of subjective that's in the billions.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, no, it's literally true if someone's a billionaire.
Oh no! I'm saying
Like they got that money through the market
I'm saying
voluntarily.
No. What I'm saying when you say they're giving value, like I mean like in my eyes, I was thinking value like I guess goodness into how people live and feel.
No, I'm talking about literally value.
You're thinking like financial
Like
value?
the definition of the word, yeah.
Well, hold on. No, value. Wait, what's the definition of the word value? Jem?
Like if something's valuable.
The definition of the word is the word itself.
No, I'm bad at. I know what it means, but it's like I can't give you a dictionary definition, but you can look it up.
So then why just say you mean it in the way that the word is defined?
Like I mean, I don't mean it morally. Like you were saying, I mean it like in the way that in the market value, in the like value of like gold. If you say the value of gold, that's the way I mean it. The value of something.
Right. I guess
the worth of something.
I kind of forgot the original like sentences that we're saying when it comes to this to like know where we're at now in this conversation.
Like if you're a billionaire, I would say you create a lot of value in the market.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah, dude. Like the market's made for them, so like, of course, yeah, dude, yeah, like, yeah.
What do you mean the market? But not just the markets. I mean they make things, or they produce things, or they like the market's voluntary. So
what do you mean produce things?
I was saying that I hate the people who say like parasites, whatever, and then you were saying you disagree, but you.
I don't think they're parasites, but I think that people that are like billionaires, my thought process is like they care so much about their wealth that yes, they might build things to a degree that other people can get wealthy off of, but they're not doing that because they care about the other people to get some scraps. They're just doing it so their wealth can increase.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, okay.
But as a byproduct, it also creates things like cell phones and TVs and video games.
Are you saying that's valuable in a moral or like an emotional, or are you saying that's valuable in just in a money aspect?
Yeah, valuable in like a total economy aspect, not just money,
like
for the health of like a country.
I don't think that's a home run. I don't think that's a home run. Oh my God, it's a home run! Fucking Giancarlo Stanton!
The torpedo bats, man.
Torpedo bats!
I gotta see those at every game.
They're down by 2. Fucking Stan hung that motherfucker.
Is it like the beginning or the end of the season?
It's a little bit in the middle.
Are they doing good?
No. they were doing very well, and then the past almost like a month worth of games, they've just been like, I'm not going to say one step forward, 2 steps back, but it's just been, it hasn't been good. They've been bad enough where the Blue Jay, like literally 3 teams in the division are all back in it in terms of bidding for the division win, you know?
Yeah.
But who knows? But and there's a good chance they'll still lose this game. They're down 8-6. It took Stanton golfing one. They're down 8 to 6. Yeah, they're down by 2 runs.
Is that a lot in baseball?
No, 2 runs isn't bad. What I'm saying though is that they had to score. I think they were down 8-0 in this game, so they had to score 6 straight runs to still be down 2 runs. Like what I'm saying is, for them to win this game, they have to score at least 9 runs. That's a lot of runs.
They have to make some plays, you know. So what would they have to do? They'd have to either hit 2 home runs. Why?
They just gotta cross the T's and dot the I's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like they gotta do like they can't just like phone it in. They gotta actually like play good.
Yeah, Jem, they got they got BlackRock this.
How many different ways I gotta say this till you realize I don't know what the fuck is going on?
Just annoying. Just say Just say that. I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds fun.
So basically, you're telling me
they gotta play baseball.
Hit the ball.
We're playing basketball.
But you don't have to get a home run, right? You can get someone on the base and then they just sneak it.
Yeah, why don't you stick to Israel? I just stick to BlackRock.
I remember in the video game, I would always try to like steal the base.
By the way, if BlackRock wanted to just like go, hey, I think we're gonna kill that guy, and like, I like. There'd probably be like something in the back of my skull that would self-destruct. Like, it would leave no tree, just just fall. Like, that's what when you hear like, so what happened to so and so? He just dropped dead. BlackRock.
Yeah, he just fucking had a heart attack out of nowhere. And then you just see a video of you being like, I saw a bunch of vans. This is like usually 2 vans.
There's usually 2 vans. There were 6.
Yeah, there were 6. I've been watching these electricians for weeks.
Tinted windows and everything.
The fact that you think people would be in violation, not to go back to
it. Look at you.
Seen the average New Yorker.
You're still on this. Oh, yeah, but for some weird reason, on September 11th, 01, every average New Yorker was a fucking Sherlock Holmes CIA agent. Everyone had a camcorder. They had the new latest and greatest flip phone. Okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, pal. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
What'd the other guy say?
You'll see.
Oh, you'll see. Yeah, conspiracies are fun. I haven't gone into one in a while, you know?
Conspiracies, they are fun. They are 100% fun. I think usually when we argue or we just share our opinions, we usually are talking about the people that take things as if they're fact or like serious.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like we're having fun here. This is a fun hypothetical devil's advocate. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Why are you forgetting that, and why are you making this now your religion?
Right, exactly. It's so annoying.
It's annoying. It's just like it's like, all right, yes, you're probably right. Maybe we should eat less red meat. Maybe we shouldn't. But why do you have to be such a dick about it?
Yeah, even if it's something I for the most part like would agree with, if it's in that like tone of that, it makes me not even. I just want to be like, I want to leave this video now. Like, this is the guy I'm next to in the theater.
Yeah. I mean,
like, why you got to ruin the movie? Like, why can't we just watch this movie?
I think that I watch a lot of those like videos where it's like this movie sucked, and I'm going to tell you why it sucks. But there's definitely some of those people where I'm just like, your videos really aren't that good, and you kind of just sound butthurt that all these people are millionaires who made this movie, and you're not.
Yeah.
like, and it's just like, I mean, it just kind of sounds like you're a whiny little bitch.
And that's how they all sound to me. That's why I don't watch those types of videos. But I haven't.
Yeah, but
enough to find the good ones.
You were talking about how Loose Change should have won 8 Oscars, all of it, and like what?
No.
Oh, here comes.
No, I didn't. I just said it was very popular.
By the way, dude, I don't know what timestamp it was in this. If I listen back to the whole thing, I got it, man. I never heard you ever look at your team in the corner going, I'm going to lose this fight. You got to call it off, man. I got fucking getting rocked over here.
I kind of like when we argue about conspiracy shit because it's always like fun.
Yeah, well, because it can
I think we both don't care enough like to be like super serious.
I know you knew it was over when I was halfway into this and halfway into the Yankees scoring runs. I was like, what? Yeah, no, you're wrong. Fuck you. Anyways, 6-8.
6-8.
6-8. Oh, that's a good. I'm gonna name the episode that 6-8. Oh, I like that. It's kind of nice.
What if that's not how it ends?
It's how it is right now.
How many innings left?
Depending on the score, it's either 3.5 or 3 or 4 technically, because it's the top of the 5th. and the Blue Jays are up. So and the Blue Jays are home. So if that remains, there won't be a bottom of the ninth. So all right, let's. Oh well, hold on. Oh no! Yes, he dropped it. He dropped it. Oh, he's fucking up everywhere. Goldschmidt, go to third. Oh, you slow old piece of shit. Oh my God, I thought he made a great catch and he didn't. Oh, come on, Dominguez. Have a moment. Oh, dude, that sucks.
Dominguez.
It was in his glove, but then he hit the wall. That would have been
Oh, come on, Dominguez.
Oh, my poor girlfriend that she has to listen to me talk like this.
Oh, my God. You've never sounded more like a 55-year-old divorced
white
fat
beater, gold chain.
Oh, come on, Dominguez.
Above ground chlorine pool.
Fucking Dominguez always with it. Why'd we even trade him?
Oh, it was in his glove. All right, come on, Dominguez. Oh, no, on the first pitch. He's out. Damn it, Dominguez. Ah, man. All right, I can't be too mad. What?
You turned into a goat.
All right, so all right. So hold on. The top of the fifth is over, right? If this goes 8, all right. So there's technically at least 3.5. No, it's the top of the fifth. So bottom of the fifth. So then it's 5, 6.
There's 3.5 innings left.
There's at least 3 innings of baseball left.
How do they play? How late do they fucking play?
Well, it was a 7:07 first pitch, so it's gonna be roughly like right before 10 o'clock if it ends in regulation.
They're playing baseball at 10 o'clock.
They're playing baseball.
What the fuck? Every time I see a clip of baseball, it's fucking daytime. Why are they fucking playing so late?
7 o'clock games aren't unusual at all.
That's crazy. Who the fuck's watching besides you a game at 10?
I'm the only one keeping MLB afloat.
Yeah.
That's a conspiracy theory right there. How are these people getting jobs? How are these organizations worth billions of dollars if only me in Jersey's watching the game?
Yeah. That's crazy.
I don't know.
10 o'clock. No, people sleep.
I don't know. I'm working from home tomorrow, so I'm gonna just.
What?
I'm working from home tomorrow, so I'm gonna just fucking dick around.
Oh, yeah. Well, also, you're young.
Yeah, I might stay up late. I don't know. I'm not.
Oh, you might fuck around, drink a Sprite.
Drink a green Sprite.
Yeah, I'm working from home. I don't gotta go nowhere.
I know. I honestly didn't even mean to say that. That slipped out and it sounds so gay.
It's the gayest thing you've ever.
I know. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I hate
working from home.
I kind of want to remove that from the show.
Yeah, you got rooked in that.
I know. That sounds so like what. Dude, I hate when people act as if like they. Oh yeah, I'm working from home. It's like, yes, you and 80% of the world. Everyone has a hybrid job now. They're like, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I empty my dishwasher too.
Yeah. Yes, your dad who worked between the 70s and 2000s didn't work from home. I don't know why you're gloating in front of a 7-year-old. Everyone your age works from home. Some people more than you. Like, actually, a lot of people more than you. Actually, a lot of people who are very financially successful, they don't even call it working from home. They just call it their business that they own.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry for sounding really gay. God, you were talking.
I forgive you.
You were talking about staying up late, and it's just like, all right, well, I'm not doing dick tomorrow.
I mean, hey, working from home is pretty cool too, though. We don't gotta attack you fully for it.
It was a real mental grind, man.
I go into my office. That's what I do. This isn't my guest. This is my office.
I like to be a man of the people. I like to let them know that I'm also there.
I like to clock in at 7, even though I'm at home. I still clock in. I tell my girlfriend she can't even talk to me until lunch.
I just had a hiccup and I thought I had
we got a bro, you're grinding. Yeah.
Did you want to, in this hypothetical joke, want to call someone both Brian and Brandon at the same time? And you had a little, you were like, we get it, Brian, Brandon. I think you ended it with
bro.
I thought you said Brian.
No, you were hiccuping to death, so you probably, I don't know what you were hearing.
I honestly might have had a stroke.
It sounded like you went to laugh, but then you coughed up your heart.
Before we go, anything else happened the last anything else happen in the world or in your world? You see anything on YouTube recently?
No, I did see about the Diddy thing. I heard like he might be getting off. That's
Hey.
like the only like current event type thing.
Well, I'm sure he's happy about that.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you ever like hear anything? I never like heard anything he did wrong. To be honest with you, I heard a lot of Baby
I
Oil, but like
still
last time I
don't
checked,
know
like,
any
Baby Oil
song
isn't
he's a
illegal.
part of.
I know, yeah, for how like influential he was in music, like I couldn't name a Diddy song.
Couldn't name a song. Could not name a single track.
Do you think we'd know one if we heard one though?
Yeah. No.
Like maybe that we didn't even know he was on?
Yes, but I think we would if we played a solo song where he
Yeah, we wouldn't.
where either there's no feature or he's not featured. Not in a million years. I don't think there's no chance we would know it's a P. Diddy song. I'm actually gonna go on Spotify real quick. I wonder if his songs are still there.
That's a great question.
Hold on. R. Kelly. I just want to see if his songs are there. R. Kelly's still there. All right, so let's see. P. Diddy.
Oh, if R. Kelly's there, then P. Diddy's there.
Well, actually, real quick before P. Diddy, Kanye. Kanye West is still there. Right.
Yeah.
P. Diddy.
Yeah, Kanye West is still there. That's right. I have a lot of his songs.
I'll Be Missing You.
Songs have a lot of.
Well, I don't want to play it because I'm pretty sure the whole episode will just be like shut down.
This is, dude, the I'll Be Missing You is literally I'll Be Missing You.
What do you mean?
You know this song. Every step I take.
Is that really what it is?
Every move.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute my mic and listen to it real quick.
Wait, isn't that a fucking? Isn't this a different guy's song? Isn't this a fucking?
Okay, hold on. One, yes.
Isn't this a different guy? Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'll be missing.
Who is he? Who is he? Who is he?
Oh, I don't know who it is, but also it has
that white guy.
There's another guy on the track, so this doesn't count as a solo song.
I know, but everything you're saying is bouncing off my forehead until I think, what's the guy's fucking name who does that?
Every breath
song?
I take.
Yeah. You know. He's like REM.
Oh,
REM.
I thought it was The Police.
The Police. Yeah, The Police.
That's not a guy though. That's a band.
Right, but that main guy, you know the guy I'm talking about.
The main guy from The Police?
Solo. Yeah, didn't he go solo?
You're thinking of Genesis. You're thinking of Phil Collins.
No, I'm not. The guy from The Police,
Hold
bro.
on. All right, let me look up. Oh, Sting. You're thinking of Sting?
Sting. You know I'm fucking talking about.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry.
Sting, bro. Don't act like you don't know Sting.
Oh, okay, but I wouldn't be able to name a song by Sting. Is I'll Be Missing You a Sting song or a Police song?
I thought it was REM.
By the way, that band hated each other, which is crazy to think about.
What band? Yeah, don't most of them hate each other though?
I don't know. Fields of Gold.
I always feel like there's a documentary that comes out 20 years after the fact being like, we all fucking hated each other.
Yeah, true. I'll Be Missing.
You are right. It's The Police.
Okay, it is The Police. Every Breath You Take. It's not a Sting.
I don't know why I thought it was REM.
That's not a bad guess.
So that's not a Diddy song. That ain't a Diddy song.
Well, yeah, no. I mean,
it's a Police song with him on the hook.
Well, how much does the song have to be sampled till you go, that's their song, you know?
Fair, yeah, fair. If it's done in a way where it changes it a lot, or they put their own.
Every Breath You Take almost has 3 billion listens on Spotify, and that's an old song.
Yeah, for that old, that's surprising actually for Spotify. I wonder if it's made like a resurgence. Oh, Shake Your Tail Feather.
Which one's Shake Your Tail Feather?
I know this song. You know this song.
Wait, Shake Your Tail
Play
Feather.
Shake Your Tail, but you'll know
it. Yeah, but it's not a Diddy song. It's Murphy Lee and Nelly are on this.
Yeah, but because it's on his profile, it must have been his release.
But not only that, there's a song called Shake a Tail Feather with the Blues Brothers and Ray Charles, which is a way older song. Is this the same song?
Oh, does he just sample stuff?
Hold on, let me. I'm gonna mute my mic and I'm gonna play this. All right, so you can.
Yeah.
All right, fuck.
Oh, you can play it through your thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna play the Blues Brothers first, and then I'm gonna play Diddy's
yes.
version. Okay. All right, here we go.
This is a fun game. I can't hear anything. Oh, now I can.
Okay, that was clearly the Blues Brothers and Ray Charles version. All right, I'm gonna play the Diddy version. You ready?
Yeah. I don't hear anything again. I don't know if I'm supposed to. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I definitely know this song.
I've heard this, but that again. Also, by the way, that didn't sound like the Blues Brothers one at all. I don't know if deeper, but that's still like multiple art. Like, does he have a
single?
Did this motherfucker ever produce? He's supposed to be a producer. Did he ever produce his own track?
Yeah. Also, he only has 9 million monthly listens, which is crazy.
Well, he was more of a rapist than an artist.
Yeah, see, but that's the thing. Like, what did he do? I never even heard like an accusation of what. I never even heard someone say, "Oh yeah, apparently he raped." Like, it's always like, "Oh, he threw crazy parties." It's like, okay. Oh, he had a lot of baby oil. All right. You know, like, what's the actual?
I really think you have to be part of Black Twitter because I told you this a few weeks back when this 50-year-old black dude was explaining to me what he did. I was just like, yeah, I'm like 19 years younger and 19 shades lighter than you to understand any fucking thing that you're saying to me right now. This is not a conversation I know of anything or want to know of anything. Just, yeah.
What was it? Just a lot of like, well, he said this thing to this guy, and
no,
you don't touch no guy on the shoulder. You know,
the story I heard was he was like, yeah, he was paying, he had this girl, right, and he was paying these guys to fuck her, and she was sucking so much cock that she was getting sores in her mouth, and then what would happen is he would have them come on her, and then she would take that cum and rub it on his nipples. And I'm just like, yeah, man, I'm too white for this. I'm you got a school shooter story to tell me? Like, yeah, I'm all this. But I'm not. I'm sorry. Like, the stories of Diddy at the Red Roof Inn, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's crazy. First off, second off, it's not illegal. I mean,
well, prostitution's illegal, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but dude said that was, I
don't know what.
Could have just been his girl he's dating.
Well, I'm sure that's why there's a defense and a prosecution going. That's why. I mean,
every relationship is transactional.
That's why we have a defense attorney, a prosecutor, and we're gonna see where the case goes, Jem. But dude, I didn't realize we're gonna be on this long.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Been a while.
I didn't know you were gonna keep me up,
6'8".
They're gonna lose. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go eat. I'm fucking starving. I've just been eating junk food lately. Holy shit.
I'm eating right now. I tried to wait, but I couldn't.
What are you eating?
A Chipotle bowl, remember? With my Mexican Sprite.
Every episode you're eating fast food. Every single episode.
It's not fast food.
What is it, Jem?
It's rice bowl. The fuck? How is that fast food?
Is it fast? Did you get it fast?
No, it took him fucking an hour and a half to drive to my house. I forgot about the order. It took so long.
I would have boiled rice for you faster than that, dude. All right, I'm gonna go eat, and I'll talk to you.
All right,
later. I forgot how to turn this off. Ah, shit. What? What you come back? What?
As I was leaving, I heard you go and cut off.
You did the whole, oh wait, I got one more thing to say, and you're like, oh no, I'm still here. Like, oh.
Yeah, what'd you say?
I thought I was gonna have to call you back. No, it's just I forgot how to turn this off.
Oh, okay.
Get
But
out, get out of here.
all right. Peace out.
Later, man.